PhoenixRaceway.com.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Qatar, here we come.
Kristen's travel agency has one
All right,
goal.
talk to you soon.
The world's biggest soccer tourney.
The hotel is 7 miles from the stadium. Are you serious? Did you email the transportation company?
Now he needs an Arabic interpreter on his roster.
I don't speak it either.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Progressive Snapshot can save you money based on how you drive and how much you drive. So the safer you drive, the more money you could save. Now, if you didn't hear that because you were yelling at another car while driving, let me say it again. You need to calm down. Yelling is just making everyone as stressed out as you are and letting them all know that you definitely aren't trying to save with Progressive Snapshot. And if you did hear it the first time because you weren't yelling at another car, nice work. You'd love Snapshot from Progressive because it rewards safe drivers. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California and North Carolina or from all agents.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender, Dia de los Muertos. For all the party people up into his house.
No.
Dia de los Muertos.
I thought that was 2 days ago.
No, today is Day of the Dead.
The Day of the Dead is today?
Yeah, didn't you watch Coco?
Oh, no.
No, it's not a sad thing. I'll explain in a minute. I'm Jeffrey O'Brien. That's Randy White. Keon Rose is in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar studio in Scottsdale.
Started out to be such a great day.
No, Randy, it's a cool thing. Did you not see Coco? Do you not know how this works?
No.
Okay, so what
I
it
didn't
is,
see Coco.
it's a tradition, gather to honor and remember your loved ones who are no longer with us. And, you have, it's a joyous thing. It's a joyous occasion. There's lots of food, lots of flowers, visits with family members, nostalgic stories about those who passed. And if you've seen the movie Coco, you got to have pictures of your loved ones up, or they they vanish into the ether.
I haven't seen Coco.
It's a very good movie. In fact, you know what's crazy? If you see the movie, there's this very, very old lady who's in this, and the person that was based on just died at the age of 109.
No kidding.
Yeah,
just now.
No,
I knew this was a bad day.
Not just now.
Just
like
right this second as we went on the air. This got to be some sort of a bad
ago,
sign, man.
A few weeks ago, and she got to see.
Well, I heard you say just now, Jeffrey.
Randy, this is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. She lived a great life. She even saw the movie 5 years ago when it came out, and so it's a good thing. And she had a night. Listen, if you get to 109, you're like your last words are probably "I'm done." That's it's not a bad thing.
You think at 109.
I'm on out.
That's what you're going to utter?
They're the last three letters for me.
Do not resuscitate.
But today, Dia de los Muertos, and yeah, I don't know how to say.
So you're saying that this
Happy
is
Day of the
a
Dead, I guess?
this is a happy,
Yes.
joyful. Even though we're talking about the Day of the Dead, we're talking about
the
the
dearly
night.
departed.
Have you not heard of the movie The Night of the Living Dead?
That's zombies. This is loved ones who have passed on, and
All right.
you remember them fondly. So
Mm.
it's
I never fondled my loved ones.
well,
I sure hope
that's-
not.
I mean, there's Miss Kim.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you can fondle her, but
Well,
here-
yeah, but no, I never fondled my loved ones.
let me give you. This is like Memorial Day for the people that you love, and not for soldiers. This is Memorial Day for actual people. Does that help? Does that help to sort this out for you a little bit?
So what I hear you saying is that I can think of my mom and my dad today.
But in a happy way. It's supposed to be a thing where you remember them with the stories and the food, and it's like having them there with you.
Hmm.
It's not sad. Doesn't have to be.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe Dia de los Muertos is not for you, Randy.
Hmm.
Jays, he's for the rest of us who are not crazy. 888-368-1580. Big George says happy Wednesday. Hey, Randy, how about those Arizona Coyotes, huh? Told you yesterday, I had a feeling the Coyotes were going to upset the President's Cup winner Florida Panthers. It's a nice atmosphere in there at the Mullet Arena. Go Coyotes.
Did the Coyotes win?
That's what he just said.
George, the World Series is going on. We're in the middle of the NFL season. I'm watching what the Cardinals do. Christian Walker of the Diamondbacks won a Gold Glove last night. Great, he can play great first base, but can he hit the damn ball? But I didn't. I am not into my hockey mode yet. I'm sorry.
Can I just say something? I looked up at the screen there, and I just saw that Chastain driver on the screen there.
Ross Chastain, yeah.
Can I just say this? Well, what he did was crazy, and it was brave, and it was fun, and it was amazing. But he's got way too well a trimmed beard. You know what I'm saying? Like he spends way too much time with the eyebrows and the beard.
For how insane he drives, it's not matching up visually.
Actually, it might actually match up visually. To be honest,
I was on the Twitterverse earlier today, and there are several Cup teams that are installing wheels on the side of their car so that they can try that same move. Ross Chastain, though, did not have any wheels.
Like rollers?
On the side of their car. He's a man. Okay.
I feel like that kind of violates the whole stock of the stock car racing there.
Yeah.
If you have like roller skate wheels on your door.
Yeah, there's a picture on, I forget the team right now, and I don't want to give any undue popularity to any certain team.
You're talking about Joey Logano.
I believe it was a truck team, one of those truck guys, which, by the way, is my favorite type of NASCAR racing lately.
Yeah.
They
don't look like trucks, Randy.
Cup cars have become too prissy. They've become too powder puffy.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, Chastain's driving it like a rental car over here. That's pretty interesting.
The Xfinity. Well, aside from him, the Xfinity guys, they're just trying to get up to the Cup car, so they're kind of a diva. But the kids that race the truck, and I say kids, there's 17 and 18-year-old drivers in the Truck Series. Now that's where the action is. That's where it is.
Dumb kids who don't know how to drive?
Exactly.
There you go. Well, anyway, we got a lot going on today on the Dia de los Muertos. First off, we got giveaways.
Yeah.
Randy, stop with the gloom. It's not. It's a
can't help
thing.
it. I've been programmed. You say the dead, I've got to program that in there.
So did you do that every time somebody talked about the Grateful Dead?
I do.
What about the song, It's a Dead Man's Party? That's not a sad thing.
It's a Halloween guy. It's a Halloween song.
You got to stop hitting that thunder, though, because it's actually possibly about to happen else.
I told you guys yesterday, I got about 10%. Now it's 15% chance of rain tonight. Later tonight.
You can't. Don't spoil the Dia de los Muertos for everybody else who's having a good time with it.
You know?
You don't got to spoil stuff.
I'm not trying to spoil anything.
Let's see. I'm not sure who this is yet because of our stupid text line. They say, "Hey guys, Randy, Coco's a great movie. Go watch it. You'll thank me later. Pour me a soda."
If they're talking about dead people, there's your soda. I don't want to see it.
Well, she's not dead yet. Thunder Snow says, "Did someone summon me?" No. Randy just keeps hitting the button. He just because he doesn't understand what the Day of the Dead is supposed to be about.
See, and you did it.
Boogie says, "Go Yotes." If you think about Day of the Dead, you think I'm talking about the Colts season, but no.
No, you're talking about the Cardinals.
Stockton Slap says, "Happy Wednesday, crew." Random fact here. Starch foundation on the bottom is toast. 2 pieces of starch is a sandwich, and starch touching 3 sides is a taco. Therefore, a hot dog is not a sandwich, but a taco. What do you think? Well, that sounds, I don't know. That sounds like Berg a little bit. I don't know who the hell that is. It just texted that.
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
Stockton Slap. All right. No, you're wrong. And starch is not
Jeffrey, don't do it. Don't do it, Jeffrey. Don't do it.
I can do what I want.
Oh, okay. The entire
sit there
damn
and fire off that damn thunder. I can sit here and tell you that a taco is a taco, a sandwich is a sandwich, a hot dog's a hot dog. And y'all need to get a life.
Yeah, thank you. But here's what's going to happen: the entire damn text line is going to be chocked full of these extremists that are going to come on here saying hot dogs are a taco, tacos are tacos, all this kind of. Oh my God! The show has been taken over by the fourth dimension.
I am not making a decision on any of that until I hear what Scott Baio has to say.
Scott Baio?
I don't know if I know who that is.
Scott Baio?
Just saying. Big George says Coco does have a bunch of scary skeletons and dead people in it. So I think, well, no, but it's a happy skeleton. Oh,
is it?
Thanks, Big George.
Now, wait a minute.
It's a kid's movie.
When I worked in television, I did a special. I heard you guys talking about a young lady that used to be on the Daily Blender. What's her name? Vanessa?
Vanessa, who's on Channel 12, and she's on this Viva Las whatever on the
she's on Sue Vida on Cox. Yeah. And for a while, I worked on that television show with my good friend Joe Zazueta.
And what's your point?
And we did a whole special on Dia de los Muertos.
You should know better. It's a happy thing.
All I want to know is, where's the Sugar Skulls?
Everybody brings up the Sugar Skulls. They're in Tucson. They play in Tucson.
No, it's not a football team.
No, they are also a football team.
Well, it's an indoor
football
team.
So. It's a thing, man.
Might be a thing, but it's also a football
I've never had a Sugar Skull. It sounds dirty, I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's
got sugar skulls. Hot dogs or hoagies, says Boogie. Boogie, just shut the hell up.
No.
All right, we're not doing this. Sunsbot number 1 says Suns are balling out of their minds, 5 in a row and counting. Thank you, Sunsbot. I've actually, anytime somebody looks like a bot, I'm naming them in the system Sunsbot because we have some bots.
They balled last night. Oh, wait a minute. Donnie.
Jace.
Donnie.
That is the first order of business. Hey, Donnie, you're quiet on Twitter today. How come, buddy? What's going on, little guy? You okay?
Looks like the Twin Towers fell to the ground, Donnie. Donnie.
The Timberwolves never had a chance. And the Suns beat them in every quarter except for the last one. The last one, Suns are just cruising. Whatever. So, how about Cam Johnson finally stepping up into his role? 29 points, 7 3-pointers. Yeah, he's they're basically having it's like junior college for the Suns right now. The way they're letting the bench go out there and play. Cam Johnson is a starter, and he is really there's times you think, ooh, this may be too big a stage for this kid. And there's other times you're like, no, this kid's going to be fine. And he will be. He'll have ups and downs as he gets his feet under him, but played a hell of a game last night. 5th straight victory for the Phoenix Suns. And, what can you say? No DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, I was just going to say. Yeah.
Still it ruled under the basket. So, I mean, as far as the boards go, it was, 42-34. The point is that, I mean, the Timberwolves did outdo it, but they kept it within reasonable distance there. Did all right. So,
well, I mean, was it early in the 4th or late in the 3rd? The Timberwolves did pull in. What was it, within 5 points or something?
Yeah, they never got too close.
But then the Suns hit the gas and it was over.
Yeah. They just like, oh, you again.
Yeah.
It will be
nice.
interesting to see if the Timberwolves make the postseason because, and I know I'm talking postseason way too early, but I think this would be a different team fully realized after a full season together in the postseason. I think they're going to be dangerous.
I mean, I'm not ready to plan a parade, and it's probably way too early to be talking about postseason, but I have a feeling the Timberwolves, well, they're not going to be bad for long. I mean, right now they're 4-4, and we are 6-1.
It depends on how the thing goes with Gobert. I'm still not convinced that that's a great idea. Some games it's worked, some games it has not worked at all. So it depends really whether or not the Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, Twin Towers experiment works out. The thing that's going in their favor is the NBA is overall getting bigger. The lineups in across the league are starting to go back to being bigger. Which is the reaction to how small ball sort of took over the league there for a while.
So Jeffrey, we're what's 6-1?
We are 6-1,
and the Lakers are what?
Oh, just laugh. They're one in everything. They have a win.
Have they haven't won a second game yet?
No, not that I know of.
No.
They're
1-5.
Yeah.
Oh God, it feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like the tingles you get when you just say they're 1-5?
Yeah.
I just had a sportsgasm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you did.
Lakers are 1-5.
And they've got New Orleans tonight. That's it's not a guarantee for them at all.
Hey, by the way, is Street Clothes Jr. going to be playing tonight?
Yeah. What's up with the brow?
No, I'm talking about Zion.
Oh, the Pelicans.
Zion, Street Clothes Jr. Zion.
Street clothes versus street clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Just the nature of the injury is not.
They should be forced to sit next to each other in seats in the stands.
Yeah.
You know, have Anthony Davis and Zion sitting next to each other during the game.
Absolutely.
Looking sad.
The brow and the shoe.
I've
called Zion the shoe ever since he blew that shoe up at the Duke game.
Yeah, I know. And right there in front of President Barack Obama.
Oh, yeah.
Who they say might have had laser eyes and was able to melt the dude's Nikes with his eyes.
Why would he do that?
Because he had money on the other team, Randy.
Oh.
The odds were on Zion's team to win.
Yeah.
So listen, Barack Obama, after you're done being president, you get bored. You got to gamble. You got to make some money. And he's like, well, I can go out and do a speaking tour, or I can bet on this. Good thing they gave him laser eyeballs.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's part of the presidency, right?
I think, yeah, you get laser eyeballs, and I think you get like $80 a week for life. Something I don't remember the facts. Anyway, Hey, it's Charlie Boy. That's who it was earlier. He says, Coco is a great movie. He says, I don't know why your phone doesn't recognize me. Get it fixed, please, Jeffrey. I love how you guys are aggressive with me on getting the text line fixed. Like you pay a dime for this show.
Right. And of course, like
get your act together, O'Brien. I'm tired of your crap.
The text line's not broken. It's just a new text line.
It's slow.
And you know what? Okay, we'll get it fixed.
We are going to
click our heels together 3 times and get right on it. I mean,
what do you want? Like many things, we're working on it. Randy's understanding of Dia de los Muertos. We're working on it. Our 1580 AM signal. We're working on it. Our damn text line. We're working on it.
Yeah.
But we really are. I'm not just saying these things.
Many irons in the fire here at the Big Flamethrower.
And amidst all of that, you ungrateful sons of bitches, I am going to be giving stuff away. We're going to be giving stuff away today, tomorrow, and the next day. Many of these things are great.
By the way, I was actually mistaken about Zion. He'll be back.
There you go.
He'll be back.
No kidding.
Yeah, he actually came back Sunday. Played really well. 21 points, 12 rebounds for Zion Williamson. So it's not looking good for the Lakers.
Oh. So here's what we have going on. Now I can't remember what I was supposed to do. Oh, we're giving away those ASU tickets today, right?
Yes.
Keon, did you get the KSU ticket thing? Did you get the email for that? Check your email. We're giving away a pair of tickets for UCLA, ASU, plus a parking pass. Yep. We're doing that today. That's the good news. More good news. We're about to have ASU basketball tickets to give away.
Hey!
More good news. Well, here's the other news. I've been told that there's no commercial, so I don't have to worry about hearing it. And I've been told that we don't have to play the music. But here's what we have to give away. Not today, but I think tomorrow or something. Michael Waltrip Craft Beer and Country Music Festival celebrating NASCAR championships tickets. Yeah. So that's it's all okay. So I'm going to read this thing. I don't know who the bands are, anything, but it will, if this appeals to you, listen up.
Is it going to be out at the track at the barn out there?
No, it's over at Bell Park. Let me read the thing here.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've read it. So
it's not going to be at the barn.
I don't know what the barn is.
The barn is at the track.
No, this is not at the track.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Let me just read it.
All right.
Calling all NASCAR fans, enjoy a cold one with Michael Waltrip. Woo! Michael Waltrip Craft Beer and Country Music Festival comes to Bell Park. That's Bell Bank Park. Saturday, November 5th at 6 p.m. Cold beer, live country music, and up close and personal meet and greet two-time Daytona 500 championship, Michael Waltrip. Great time for all. Live performances from legendary band. Oh, here we go. Hillbilly Deluxe with their high-energy country and rock tunes. Do you know who this is?
No.
Oh. Live performances with DJ Jeffro and the Get Lit Dancers. That doesn't sound like country to me. Is that?
Did you say get lit?
The Get
or
Lit.
Get licked? Wait, what was it?
No, this is Get Lit.
Ah, okay, good. Wanted to make sure we're accurate there.
Tickets are for 5 p.m. or for early entry, VIP happy hour hosted by Michael Waltrip in person. First cold ones on Michael. General admission, 6 p.m. Enjoy more than 20 craft beers along with Michael Waltrip's own craft beer. Good times and exciting NASCAR weekend. So
Michael, I understand Michael Waltrip's craft beer is called Goat Spit.
Sorry?
Goat Spit.
Probably why they didn't put that in the promo here.
Yeah.
I don't know the website for this. I'm sure I can get that information in case you care. But anyway, so we're giving away tickets to this. I was told, hey, Jeffrey, you have 8 tickets to give away. So I'm like, can I just give away like a family package for 8 tickets? So I don't have to.
If it's a craft beer festival,
yeah.
I'm thinking the kids can't go.
Well,
maybe they can.
I don't know how Southerners do their thing. Okay, so I guess we'll be giving away some of these tickets tomorrow. But I mean, listen, I know I don't like country music, but I know a lot of you guys do. So power to you. Sounds like if you're into this sort of thing, a very fun event for everybody. So,
well, you get to shake hands with the Daytona 500 champion, Michael Waltrip.
Okay.
Which, by the way, won the Daytona 500 the day that Dale Earnhardt passed away.
Was he in on it?
No, okay. He was actually, it was Michael Waltrip and then Dale Jr. And Dale Sr. was in 3rd place, and he was wiped out there coming out of turn 4 at Daytona.
Don't know if that's the memory we want to recollect on to help get people.
I believe that was his
up for this event.
Was his first Daytona 500 win, and then he won another one after that. So it's all been reconciled.
You got a lot of rednecks out there crying in the rain.
Well, now they're going to have to go see Darrell Waltrip. I mean, Michael Waltrip Jr. Michael Waltrip.
Okay.
There's so many juniors and seniors. Sorry.
Well, whatever the case, that is, I believe this weekend is what this is, Saturday or something. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, so we got to give those away. But today, though, we're giving away the ASU UCLA tickets for Saturday. So we are running very late. We will take a break. We'll come back, get caught up on the text line, and we got some World Series stuff to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
After the Phillies dominated Game 3 of the World Series, pounding out a record-tying 5 homers in a 7-0 win over the Astros, the teams each had -110 on the money line coming into Game 4 tonight. 7.5 the total. Christian Javier starting for Houston. Aaron Nola for Philly, leading the series 2-1. The first college football playoff rankings released Tuesday. Tennessee #1, followed by Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, and Michigan. The Buckeyes, the latest favorite to win the college football playoff at +190. Georgia +200. 6th-ranked Alabama at +375. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwiners.com. For vsin.com, I'm Trey Westerberg on Arizona's sports betting station.
At the United States Postal Service, we're here to deliver fast and reliable service to help you get holiday ready. We offer free package pickup and deliver free shipping supplies to your address. So whether you're in Garland, Texas, Rudolph, Wisconsin, or anywhere in between, we're making it easier for you to spread festive cheer this holiday season. USPS, delivering for America. For all your holiday needs, including info about free shipping supplies, free package pickup availability, and restrictions, go to USPS.com/holidays.
This is Senator Mark Kelly. Serving as a combat pilot in the Navy taught me a lot about teamwork. You can't land a jet on an aircraft carrier without a team. It takes everyone focused on the mission. That's how I'm approaching my work in the Senate, too. I focus on the priorities and tune out the noise. So if it's good for Arizona, I'll work with anyone from any party to get it done. That's how we expanded healthcare benefits for veterans. It's how we secured more funding for border security. And it's how we passed a law to create thousands of new, high-paying manufacturing jobs here in Arizona. No red priorities or blue priorities. These are Arizona priorities. My mission in the Senate has been the same since day one: work as a team to get things done for Arizonans. There's still more work to do, but I'm proud to say that we're on our way together. I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we teach the tools, rules, and strategies that professionals use to outperform in the markets. Having those skills has never been more important than it is in our current economy. These are times that history teaches us that the masses are impoverished while the few making the right moves are gaining generational type wealth. At Online Trading Academy, we teach people just like you how to make the same moves at the same time as Wall Street elites. And right now, we have an end of summer special. Join us for an intensive 3-day market timing course covering the best of the trading and investing strategies of our time. Text us now and register for the course at 66% off the normal $299 price. Text $99 to 25029 and get this class for just $99. Again, that's $99 to 25029.
It's college football time. The Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, the Pac-12, the Big 12, the biggest conferences. Now the side of the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. The big matchups, the fight for national rankings, the bitter rivalries. We have the biggest games. Get your college game on. Your home for football. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Stanley Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, and we are giving away a pair of tickets for ASU football. UCLA coming to town on Saturday. And, of course, we got a parking pass to go along with that as well. I think what we're going to do is do a phone call thing. We'll do a phone call thing. So listen for your chance to call in and win. And I don't know what number it's going to be. We'll tell you when it happens. But what? I don't know what we're going to do. Caller 8, caller 6. I don't know.
Whatever the mood is.
I'm just saying, whatever we feel like doing. We're not organized. Anyway, so listen for your chance to win that a little bit later on. Thunder Snow wants you to know that Day of the Dead was a great movie. You know, I've never seen it. I've seen clips of that zombie movie, and I just couldn't get into it. Like I've seen clips of The Talking Dead or Walking Dead. There's a lot of walking and a lot of talking in that show. And I've seen a little bit, and I'm like, not enough dead, too much walking and talking.
Mm-hmm. Not enough action.
Yeah, I just okay. Yeah. So anyway, but we'll take your word for that, Thunder Snow. Watermelon says, hey, Jeffrey, question for you. You feel LeBron is kind of getting old and washed up, or maybe he's lost his interest in basketball with all his podcasts and commercials and so on? I don't think he's lost his interest in basketball. I think he's just getting old, and he's starting to deteriorate, but he's still, plays some pretty good ball. It's really not on LeBron. I think what's happening with the Lakers. I think just the Lakers in general stink. I mean, am I wrong about this? I mean, the other day I did express my distaste for how dumb it is to say for ethical reasons he's no longer following the Cowboys. He's just going to stay a Cleveland Browns fan. Like, do you watch the news there, LeBron? But that's kind of annoying. But as far as ball goes, he's still balling out a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's doing really well. And I don't think that at this stage in his career, he actually thought he'd be the number one option on a team. I mean, one of his whole things of playing with Anthony Davis was that they were going to win a championship together, and then he was going to pass the torch to Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis was going to be the guy, and he was going to, be second fiddle and kind of play that role. And instead, he's kind of had to stay the guy because Anthony Davis is always in street clothes. So that's kind of what happened to LeBron. And then, of course, Rob Pelinka is such a terrible general manager. None of these guys can shoot.
Also,
so
a
LeBron's
bad GM,
that.
LeBron. He's also a bad LeBron.
He's got input, but I don't think LeBron James is choosing the individual role players on that team. And none of those guys can shoot.
As long as my name pops up, says Lacrosse Guy, I think you're doing a hell of a job, guys. Thanks, Lacrosse Man. Ken Kenton says Bell Park, isn't it that place that hasn't paid their bills for construction? Yeah, they're, I guess, trying to work some stuff out over there, I guess. I don't know. Big George says, will you guys be giving away glass seats to a future Coyotes game? If so, I'm game. Glass seats?
Yeah, that means seats that are right on the glass.
I know what it means, Randy.
It's right there on the glass.
Unlike you, I know what glass seats and Dia del Muertos or the Dia de los Muertos means. Okay,
and there we go again.
So the reason I said it like that is glass seats. There's only 5,000 seats available. Do you think we're gonna get those to give away? I'd say no.
That's a good bet.
Big T says, hey, let's talk about my balls. I want y'all's thoughts for this weekend. Well, when you say y'all, do you mean y'all of us or just Keon? Because I don't have any thoughts.
Well, I mean, I got to tell you, I think the committee got it right by putting Tennessee up front. I mean, look at their schedule this year. Keon, you can agree or disagree with me. And the whooping they put on Alabama. Listen, I don't think this is Alabama's year. I think there's other teams to be looking at, and I think Tennessee is squarely in the middle of that conversation. Keon, please.
Y'all.
Yeah, tell us.
Jump in here.
Tennessee is the number one team in this country, and it's been obvious for like a couple of weeks now. I mean, maybe just from the beginning, the way that they came out to start the season, they were beating up everybody. And then they had some tough tests, including the win against Alabama. I know this isn't Alabama's best team, but that's a really damn good Alabama defense, and they put 40-plus points on them. Yeah, no, Tennessee's for real. Josh Heupel, their head coach, for real. Hendon Hooker, the quarterback, for real. Brew McCoy, their wide receiver, for real. I mean, there's nothing about this team that you can't like.
Y'all pretty happy with that, aren't you, Big T? Big T says, never been happier. I love this damn show so much. Thank you, Big T. 888-368-1580. Y'all don't mind if I switch gears and talk about the World Series last night. How about that? What a stomp. 7-0 over the Astros. I ain't never been happier seeing that. And Lance McCullers Jr., he's one of those guys that could turn into a serial killer name. You know what I'm saying? Well, we finally got him in custody. Old Lance McCullers Jr. He was out there killing folks just like crazy. He was passing himself off as an Avon salesman, which people thought was odd. But when they'd ring the doorbell, took him out with a big axe. And
wow,
there he is, Lance McCullers Jr.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I'm just saying that's what it sounds like to me. I watched a lot of Criminal Minds.
I really wish you wouldn't do this on the Dia de los Muertos.
It's just Dia de los Muertos.
I wouldn't advise that.
Hey, what Lance McCullers Jr. does after last night, I don't know if anybody cares. That guy blew it.
Well, last night, Lance McCullers Jr. got murdered.
He got shelled.
He absolutely only gave up four innings, 4 1/3 innings before he got yanked out of the game. But listen, this is a long baseball season, and Lance McCullers Jr. has been there for the Houston Astros all season long. And he had a bad game, and he picked the wrong game to have a bad game at. And, he gave some pitches up, but he also threw some good pitches. And the hitters for the Philadelphia Phillies, they just know how to hit the baseball. So what happened last night? He gave up a fatty to Bryce Harper, and then listen, that pitch to Bauer late. What was it? Bowers? What's his name? The third baseman. Anyway, that kid just hit an inside pitch. Bomb. That's it. Alec Baum. That was a breaking pitch that was breaking inside on his hands. He pulled the bat in, got a hold of it, and sent it into the stands. It is a lot of fun to watch a World Series like this. It's a lot of action. There's scoring. There's pitching. I mean, what is not to like about this year's World Series?
I hate to disagree with you, Rand, but you're wrong. Here's what happened to Lance McCullers Jr. He was hungry.
All right.
He was hungry.
Is that what it was? You hangry?
He was hangry. He was hungry. He's low blood sugar because turns out restaurants in Philadelphia were refusing to serve the Astros before the game. They tried a couple Angelo's Pizzeria. They tried to order some catering for the team, and they're like, "Oh, not just no, but hell no. You can starve." And then they went, "Okay, well, hey, Mike's Barbecue. Okay, this is the Astros. We'd like to." Hello. The people would not serve the Astros last night, and even risking the all that money, man, they could have really done well, if they had, but. Nope. The Philly is serious about this series.
That's a blue collar town. Those people don't give a damn about.
Man, this is why, Jeffrey, you and I need to run the catering for the Houston Astros.
Why would we do that?
I've said this over.
I don't
and
like
again.
them either.
You don't call up and announce in Philadelphia during a World Series that you're the damn Houston Astros. Hello, my name is Mike Schmidt, and I'm I need to cater my daughter's wedding. And I need to go ahead and have, 100 pizzas.
That's smart.
And 10 gallons of beer and, about 10 gallons of ranch sauce and some wings.
And then the guy shows up and he's like, there's a lot of Houston Astros at this.
No,
wedding.
you don't let the guy
God.
show. Just bring it on in here to this hotel. I'm holding my daughter's wedding / birthday party at this hotel. That's what you do. You call up as Mike Schmidt. If you do that, you're not even going to have to pay for the food. They're going to bring it over, and it's going to be the best food. If you call up in Philadelphia as somebody representing the Houston Astros, they're going to spit on your food.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to throw rat turds in your food. You're not going to have any good food.
You're actually lucky they refused you service as opposed to you have to now think about what's in your food the whole time you're eating it.
The Astros
they did you a favor.
They should have flown some food in.
What's that you're with the Houston Astros? You see what I'm saying?
You don't do that on that.
Yeah.
So
you don't do that.
Listen,
New
they're
York
hated.
is not that far away. DC's not that far away. Get food from those places because they hate Philly too.
Yeah.
Don't ask the city of Philadelphia to feed you.
That just shows, the Houston Astros are kind of dumb. Should have even asked. Shouldn't have even asked. You should have brought some Lunchables. That's all you need.
Exactly.
Some Lunchables, and just sit there. This is good. I like that. I'll eat a Lunchable like crazy, man. Anyway, so there we go. Last night, now you got the Phillies. What is it now? It's 2-1. And Mattress Mac, I don't know if you saw the video, but he got into a shouting match as he's walking. Somebody's heckling him. He's like, F you, man. F you. He was, I think he would have fought him. I think Mattress Mac would have fought a guy.
Yeah, he's from Houston.
Old as hell, but he ain't screwing around. But he was not a happy gambler at all. Because he's got $10 million on this thing for the Astros to win.
And he's an Astros fan too. Like so it's hurting him double.
Yeah, but listening to him just F you a guy from, he was actually stopping he's like, and the other guy, the guy who was, the young guy's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, oh, don't do that.
Yeah. See you're about to find out the definition of old man strength. Don't
old age and treachery always wins out, man.
I do not care who it is. If I ask somebody, what are you going to do? And they square up.
Yeah.
I got to start thinking just a little bit. Yeah. Mattress Mac put his hands up. I'm like, okay, got to think he's old, but got to think about this one a little bit because nobody wants to be the viral video of, Philly fan gets knocked unconscious by 80 whatever year old Mattress Mac.
Knuckles.
You'll never see it coming. Yeah. You will never see it coming. Out of nowhere, he'll pull one of those police asps out and start beating your ass right there in the concourse. He don't care because he's old man.
And old dudes fight dirty. I mean, they'll pull your collar, get in the elbow in the ribs. Listen, don't find out things.
You're like, I'm going home tonight.
You will not have, if you have kids now, Kiss them on the forehead because you will never have another child in your life.
So I learned the hard way. I remember when I was 8 years old, and my grandpa he got annoyed with something I was doing. I was acting up, and he's like, "You better stop it." And I'm like, "Hey, your grandpa, I don't. You're just a nice grandpa. You buy me gifts. I'm not stopping. You better stop. You better stop." Whack! This bony hand just came from out of the heavens, slapped me across the face, spun me around at least 8 times before I hit the ground in a crumpled mess of me. And I didn't even cry. I was just like, "Oh, that hurt."
Yeah.
And he was serious.
And he was probably standing over you smiling.
No, he just kind of looked, shook his head and walked away. And I don't remember what it was, but I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I never did that again. You learn, man, that's where I learned respect your elders right there. Anyway, so yeah, that's Mattress Mac. He just, at that moment, I saw my grandpa right there. You know what I'm saying? I saw that. I'm like, oh, this kid's going to get smacked so hard.
Don't mess with him.
I was hoping. And then the video stopped. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I want to
Don't
see
mess
the
with him.
rest.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. And let's see here. Thunder Snow says, when are you giving away the tickets to the Hillbilly Hootenanny? Probably tomorrow. I think that's when it's happening. Today, the UCLA ASU tickets and parking pass sometime between now and 5 or 6. I don't know. Big George says, how about them Phillies? Yes, George. We'll get back to the World Series when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Qatar, here we come.
Kristen's travel agency has one
All right,
goal.
talk to you soon.
The world's biggest soccer tourney.
The hotel is 7 miles from the stadium. Are you serious? Did you email the transportation company?
Now he needs an Arabic interpreter on his roster.
I don't speak it either.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Good news for men. Studies are showing certain jewelry can save the day with your sweetie. For example,
you forgot my birthday?
here, this is for you.
Wow. Better late than never.
It even changes their minds.
I'm leaving you.
Here, this is for you.
I'm staying.
But this amazing jewelry can only be found at select jewelers.
Diamond Gems Jewelry, family owned and trusted with expert watch and jewelry repair. Buy, sell, or trade up. Free appraisals. Diamond Gems Jewelry, Arizona's most huggable jeweler, with Uptown Phoenix and Westside locations.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
I'm here to tell you about a technological shocker. Believe it or not, you can listen to us on your smart speaker.
That's shocking.
Wow. What a world we live in. All you have to do is say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. We got a Georgia fan up in the house. Says, does Big T actually think the Vols have a shot this week? Georgia by 30. I don't know who you are, but shots fired.
The point spread is 8. So
no, it's by 30. According to this guy.
Okay.
I don't understand. Okay, this is one of my head scratchers from this week's college football thing. Ohio State number 2, really? The way Georgia has been rolling through other teams like, grease through a Christmas goose.
All right. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about the World Series, but you know what? I know Keon wants to talk about these rankings. Let's do it. Let's talk about the college football rankings right now as they are. And I think Keon's got some head scratching to do on this as well, right?
I mean, there's going to be some, but I know that the committee has done this before. In previous years, when the obvious best team in the SEC was Alabama, they were able to keep out, Texas A&M when Texas A&M looked like they might be viable until the game happened, or they held out Georgia until certain wins happened with Georgia, and then they both were able to be in that ranking. So I just think that they've got Georgia behind Ohio State here. In part because Ohio State has played a solid schedule too. They've played a Big Ten schedule. They've played a lot of very tough teams, and they've looked really damn good doing it. They're both cruising.
Oh no,
they're both cruising.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah,
I should have never looked at this standings. ASU's playing UCLA this weekend. UCLA is 7-1, and they are number 12.
Oh yeah,
yeah. UCLA's been good, man.
But Jeffrey, there's always a chance when you play the game.
Sure.
Always a chance.
Sure.
I'm interested in seeing how ASU is going to do with if when Trenton gets the start there. That's the part that's cool to me, because he obviously knows what he's doing, and he's aggressive, and I think that gives ASU a shot.
Big T says, "Oh please, OSU hasn't played bleep. Why is he coming at Oregon State University? They're only like 6-2. They're
no, Ohio State.
They're ranked 23. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, they're 8-0 actually. Yeah, right there.
I would disagree with they haven't played bleep. They literally played Penn State last week, and that's a damn good Penn State team.
They played Penn State at home, which was impressive, I thought.
No, they played Penn State at Penn State.
Yes.
And had to come from behind and beat them, and did that. And this is a Penn State team with a really good defense and a strong offense, and they're a one-loss team. That's a good team.
It's a good team, but come on, man.
Wisconsin's a good team. I don't understand. Penn State was ranked 13th when they played them. I just don't think that you can say that Ohio State hasn't played anybody. The Big Ten, the Big Ten isn't the SEC, but it's a damn good conference, and they played a bunch of conference games.
All right, 21-10 over Notre Dame, 45-12 over Arkansas State. We won't talk about the Toledo game, 77-21. Well, that's Toledo. Who else have they played? They played Rutgers, right? Wisconsin, who's not very good. They played Michigan State, not very good this year. They played Iowa, not very good this year. The first real test they had was Penn State last week.
Well, okay, but we could do the same dance with Georgia. Georgia played a good Oregon team to start the year.
That'd be a square dance.
Oregon was ranked though.
Yeah, so was Penn State. But look at the rest of that schedule. Samford, not good. South Carolina, not good. Kent State, not good. Mizzou, not good. Auburn, not good. Vandy, not like you can play that same game.
Got the crap beat out of them by Michigan, and we dropped to 5th.
Who did?
Penn State.
Again?
Yeah. And Michigan's good. They both have one really good win on their schedule, and then they play tough conference games, which I will give them credit for, even if those teams are not the best right now. They're still playing 4-star, 5-star athletes and beating them.
I will say they got it right with Tennessee for sure.
Yes. But Georgia, and if you look at Georgia's schedule and Ohio State's schedule, they are similar in strength of schedule. They played one ranked good team and then a bunch of other guys in their conference that aren't doing the best right now.
You know what I've noticed? I don't see ASU on here.
Yeah, about that. Jeffrey.
Is it time for Keon's ASU Corner here on 15A The Fanatic? Do you have anything positive to talk about, or is it just all sadness?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, no, it's not all sadness. It's not about how ASU is ranked or anything.
I don't see them on you.
But it's not. We know you fire a head coach to start the year, a few games into the season. We know you're not going to be ranked. Okay, that's just the way that this is going to shake out.
It'd be nice.
I mean, it would have been nice, but you're doing that. You're looking forward to the future at this particular point. And yeah, they've got UCLA coming up, and UCLA is flying high right now. They're a 1-loss football team. It looks like Chip Kelly's kind of figured it out. They've got a quarterback who is absolutely a monster that seems to be able to win games. Arms, legs, doesn't really matter. The guy is able to make anything work. It seems like whatever defenses throw at him. But I just like the way that the Sun Devils came out last week with or not last week, the week before, with a sense of urgency. Like they knew what they needed to do to get a win. And I'm not saying that they're going to beat UCLA. I'm saying that they look like a trap game right now for the Bruins.
I'm happy with that. I'll tell you what, if you want to have a team come out with urgency, see, this is why Randy and I would make great coaches, because he knows as well as I do. If you want them to come out with urgency, you lock up the bathrooms. Because if they all have, they'll be doing that. The urgency will be there. It'd be like, if you guys are able to win this quarter or win this half, I'll unlock the bathrooms.
Yeah.
They're going to play like, nobody's business.
You got 30 minutes of football, gentlemen. Let's get out there and get after business. Then you can release the pressure.
Yep. If not, you have to either ask politely to use the other team's bathrooms, or you have to hold it through the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But and the other thing that I really like about ASU right now, a couple of things. One, Sean Aguano took over the play calling. Seemed to work out really damn well for ASU.
Well, not only that, he was unafraid to make a move at quarterback.
Yeah. He gave Emory Jones his one game. You're not going to lose the job to an injury. He came back. He didn't look good. He lost the job on the field. And he made the move right away. And I love that about that. I like that the play calling was really creative and really good. And I also like that the sophomore tight end, Jalen Conyers, that guy is he looked unstoppable on Saturday. So I'm going to look for him to be a really big part of what they want to do offensively. If Sean Aguano is for real against UCLA, if he looks good against UCLA, the play calling is still aggressive and it's working and they're getting down the field, because last time they had 400 plus yards of offense. I think there might be something here with the Sean Aguano, and B, like I said, might. I'm not, I'm not going to jump the gun on this.
The pundits are giving him a 25% chance of ending the season and then being named the head coach.
That is a higher chance than what he started with. Yeah. So I really like what he's done so far. And I want to see them continue to do this, because that's so many things that we see about Arizona sports teams is, why don't they start with their foot on the accelerator? Mm-hmm. Sean Aguano's that dude.
All right. Well, your lips to God's ears, I hope.
I will say this: last October, October 2nd, as a matter of fact, here at Sun Devil Stadium, at ASU Stadium, the Sun Devils, unranked at the time, beat UCLA 42-23.
When was this?
Last October.
Well, all right. Well, listen, I don't mind being their trap game. Let's hope for the best. Let's root them on. Let's see. Hamilton Porter says, isn't UCLA's quarterback like in his 30th year in college?
Maybe.
Magic
He's
Man
been there for a while.
Says Tennessee and the refs aren't beating Georgia like they did Bama. Big T has lost his damn mind.
Wow.
Well, we got
texter on texter crime here.
I didn't realize that I was going to see more SEC texter on texter crime. That is something that I didn't expect to see out here in Arizona.
Well, we got a couple of texters fighting around here. We try to make things nice, but we enjoy the fights. Boomer Sooner says, "Yeah, I'll kick your ass for sure." Boom Sooner.
What?
He's just trying to say the old guys can kick ass. Big George says, "Can we talk about the World Series yet?" Hold on there, George. Just see, I don't know if Keon was done with his ASU corner.
Well, we had some text going back and forth, but yes, that is the ASU corner.
That's Keon's corner.
Keon's ASU corner.
I think we just call it Keon's corner.
It's about ASU. It's specifically
Mm.
ASU, and I feel like I'm being
like
shoehorned
brevity just a little bit.
into a referencing a certain
No, I'm
other
just saying
corner. That was,
it would be great because we finally have a corner we like, and then just you could talk about more than just ASU. But
Okay,
it started out as Keon's ASU corner, but I think you should have a blog, and you should probably post on 1580fanatic.com.
I like that idea.
Just waiting for you to submit some stuff.
Yeah, just working on some technical things.
Got to get a grainy, sort of horrible black and white picture of you. And
oh, come
we're
on.
done.
Come on.
What?
No.
What? Boomer Sooner says Coach Iguano's been seen on many high school football sidelines, obviously recruiting. Well, yeah, he knew some of these kids, and I'm sure,
but he's recruiting. Like he's
All
there.
I have to say is it's about damn time.
Yeah.
Get a coach that loves to recruit for the love of God. It's one of the most important aspects of college football coaching. Urban Meyer was never the best X's and O's guy, but he loved recruiting. That's one of the reasons why he was so good. Not because he's a good leader, obviously.
I'll bet he liked to go recruiting.
Yeah, I mean,
moving around the country like that.
How do you turn that into that?
I don't know how he turned it.
Untethered.
But
It's
I
kind of
mean-
like what we saw when he was with Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's the
working
thing.
on that co-ed there in that bar, and his wife was just 100 yards away. I bet he liked recruiting.
Boy, that made that darker than I wanted to go with that. But
Urban liar.
If you're done,
you're
I'm
not
ready.
wrong. I'm over it now.
Let's go back to the Phillies here. Big George says, yeah, them Phillies really benefited from that rain canceled game. I'll tell you what, that is the MVP for the Phillies if they win this series. I'm telling you, that little delay gave them exactly what they needed. They said, yeah, they were able to pitch their number one pitcher in game 3 and not use Thor. Ironic, the Phillies, apart from the 2001 delayed season due to 9/11, were part of the only other World Series to go this late in the season, back in 2009.
Yeah. We had that 2-week delay there in the baseball season with that horrific terrorist attack. So, yeah, this is the latest so far.
All right, well, outside of that, can we just take a second here with Major League Baseball and say, next time y'all screw around and have a work stoppage for not the fans' fault, shorten the season to match up to where the World Series starts on time, because you're jerking around with people's thoughts and plans and ideas.
And we're coming up on like holidays and people people have to think about it. But if you're an Astros fan or you're a Phillies fan, you're thinking, do I go to the game? Or do I go back to Thanksgiving?
He's lost the ball in a snowbank. We don't need those sorts of games, I'm just saying, start the damn series or the playoffs or whatever. Just start it on time. Carve off a few games there.
You guys keep forgetting we're 3 weeks late here.
Yeah, well, by then
because-
I've already changed names and left town when she says she's 3
understand
weeks
that,
late.
but this is not a normal thing for baseball. That we started 4 weeks late because of the labor stoppage earlier this year. That's why we're 3 or 4 weeks behind.
4 weeks late, I've already gone into hiding, or I've married her. I'm just saying, 4 weeks late is too late. 3 weeks late is too late, and we should not be having the World Series right now.
This is it's too bad it's happening, and clearly the best sport is taking prime time.
Football.
You led the Dodgers to
No.
the World Series victory.
You realize how these ratings are going to go, right, Randy? That football is going to destroy Major
Either
League Baseball.
way, Philadelphia is playing Houston Thursday night. Who are you going to watch? Football or baseball?
Yeah, probably football.
Really?
I'll probably
You're going to watch
baseball.
the Eagles beat the hell out of the Texans, or
Ah.
are you going to watch a relevant game?
I'm rich. I got picture in picture. That's how rich I am.
I got a choice to
I
make.
keep forgetting that.
I'm choosing
I
the
got
baseball
Fulton
game.
money, bitch.
Unless
Keep
the
forgetting
Phillies
that.
start winning, then I'm watching nothing, apparently.
Oh, I got stuff on the DVR. I don't even care. Heavy Metal Maniac says, I wish 1580's Fanatic would broadcast the Baseball World Series, because them idiots down the dial, they're sure as heck not broadcasting it.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
can't find anywhere on the radio. Sorry, buddy. I wish I knew how to help you on that one.
I had so much I wanted to talk about this World Series Game 3.
We can do that when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, the Fanatic.
Finding the right Medicare plan? Oof, no easy feat. kind of like those dances my granddaughter loves making me do. But then I found Walgreens FindRx coverage. Lets you compare plans online, over the phone, or in person. Made Medicare shopping so easy. Plus, I found plans with low-cost copays. I can get down with that. Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th. Find a plan that's right for you at walgreens.com/Medicare.
Joe Biden and Mark Kelly are spending millions to attack Blake Masters and distract you from their failures because they know Masters will fight their radical agenda every step of the way.
For the past 2 years, under Joe Biden and Mark Kelly, we've been going in the wrong direction. You are less safe today. Our border is in chaos. Your bills have gone way up. Joe Biden is spending like a drunken sailor, and Mark Kelly can't say no to Joe Biden.
Blake Masters will fight the Biden-Kelly inflation disaster, stop Washington from indoctrinating our kids, and end cash payments to illegal immigrants and violent criminals.
Ask yourself, do you deserve a secure border? Do you deserve to feel safe when you walk outside at night? Do you deserve to be able to afford your own home if you work hard enough? I think the answer is yes. You deserve so much better than what we have.
Don't fall for their false attacks. Save America. Change direction.
I'm Blake Masters, candidate for U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
The 2022 Sun Devil football season is winding down, and there are only 2 chances remaining to catch the Devils in action at Sun Devil Stadium. A maroon monsoon ushers in the month of November as UCLA visits the House of Heat Saturday, November 5th. The showdown with the Bruins is part of the Family Weekend and annual Salute to Service celebrations. Get your tickets today by calling 480-727-0000 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Be there, be loud, and wear maroon.
Hey, Rolex lovers, are you looking to buy? How about sell or trade? Do you need your watch serviced at a reasonable price? Family-owned and trusted Diamond Gems Jewelry is your answer. Our on-site master watchmaker has 50 years experience servicing Rolex and all brands of watches. Diamond Gems Jewelry in Uptown Phoenix and on the west side too. Search Diamond Gems Phoenix or call 602-466-1772. Buy, sell, trade, or service. Diamond Gems, Arizona's most huggable jeweler.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And very happy to see the Phillies, whoop a little ass last night, and boy, did they, over them Asterix. And I hope they win the whole damn thing. I hope wouldn't it be nice if they just won it out from here? That'd be nice. But Randy, you had some thoughts on Game 3 of the World Series that we got cut short on there.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of speculation going around social media and some of the news sites stating that Philadelphia had picked up on some way that Lance McCullers Jr. was tipping his pitches.
Yeah, because Harper and Bohm had a little convo there.
Yeah, well, I mean, there can be a subtlety in tipping pitches. I know about this. I played the game of baseball, and I know what these guys are looking at. And, of course, I didn't play at the MLB level, but I don't have any credibility there. But I can tell you, when a pitcher tips, it can be the most subtlest of things that, guys in the press room are never going to pick up on. For example, Lance McCullers has a high leg kick, and it doesn't matter what pitch he's throwing. He has that same high leg kick. He tries to replicate it on every pitch he throws. whether it's the fastball, changeup, slider, curve, doesn't matter. He tries to go through the same, mechanics for every pitch. And these pitchers try to keep their arm slot in the same slot every pitch. They practice it for hours. Throwing a slider is the same as throwing a fastball, is the same as throwing a changeup. Doesn't matter. The arm and everything should look the same. But you start looking for some subtle differences. Like maybe he drops his glove a little to the left. You see what I'm saying? When he's going to throw a certain pitch. Or maybe he turns his body, his upper body a little bit when he goes through the start of his windup when he's going to throw a slider. It's these subtle differences that these batters look at, especially professional hitters like Bryce Harper, and he's going to share that with his teammates every time. It doesn't matter what photography says. What matters is what these guys are seeing on the bench in real time during the game. Go ahead, Keon.
Yeah, I actually was watching a little clip. I retweeted it actually. So you can go to my Twitter at SportsCloud1580 and find it.
Shameless plug.
But Eduardo Perez was talking about the time he met
mouth.
Well, I don't know. But he was talking about the game where he hit 4 pitches off of Randy Johnson. And he said Randy Johnson was tipping pitches his whole career. He was just throwing 99, so nobody could really hit it.
Right.
But the glove, when he would throw the heater, the glove would be more closed.
I think Randy Johnson was such a badass. He go, it's a fastball before he pitch it at you.
I mean, he might as well have been, because Perez was basically saying, look, most days you couldn't hit it anyway. It didn't matter. But yeah, it was that subtle. It was glove more open. That's the off-speed pitch.
Exactly.
Glove more closed. That's the heater. And it was just that simple. And like most of us fans watching didn't even see that. But
exactly.
He as a hitter did see that.
And as a pitcher, if you're out there, you're trying very hard. You're concentrating very hard not to tip the kind of pitch you have. In other words, when you're setting up, when you get the signal from the catcher, you're not trying to jiggle your glove a certain way when you're setting the ball up. A lot of these guys will put the ball in the glove in a certain way where they can grab it with a subtle change of their hands inside the glove. You'll never notice the glove change. That's what the great ones do. So, yeah, Bryce Harper picked up on something.
Mm-hmm.
And Baum can get up there and say, oh, he didn't tell me anything. There's something they picked up on Lance McCullers. Now, this game is over. They stole one from the Astros. Let's see what happens now in game 4. No, they stole it. Yeah, they stole it.
And I have a question, Randy, for you, because if in fact they did pick up on something for Lance McCullers, and a lot of people were questioning this today, did Dusty Baker make a mistake by leaving Lance McCullers in?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know that he made a mistake because I don't even know if Dusty Baker caught what Lance McCullers was doing. And believe me, I'm a fan of Dusty Baker. I don't know that he saw if Lance McCullers or anybody on the Astros saw Lance McCullers doing something to tip a pitch. I don't know. And I'd have to go back and look, but it seemed like Baum hit a breaking pitch. It seemed like Harper hit a breaking pitch. It seemed like Schwarzer, what's his name?
Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber. It seems like he hit a breaking pitch. So they picked up on something on a breaking pitch.
I did see one video with a side-by-side comparison of McCullers. It's the leg kick. It's not quite high enough on some of the other pitches. One, it goes up to his chest, and on the other one, it goes just a little bit past his waist.
And it may not. Yeah, and it may not be every time, guys. It may not be every time. It might be on occasion he drops his leg a little bit when he's going to throw the slider.
You know what, though? It's not against the rules to tell your buddy,
hey, watch for this.
And
not at all.
And if the pitcher is doing something like that, don't you think that some of his own managers or some other players should have noticed this? And hey, buddy, you've got to tell. You got to take care of that.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
And if Dusty Baker at any point noticed what was going on and didn't pull him, yeah, you blame him. But you're right. If he hadn't noticed it, then okay, well then it's a team effort. It's a team failure.
I wouldn't blame Dusty as much as I would the pitching coach, because these pitching coaches spend hours and hours and hours with these pitchers, and they should know all their intricacies, and they should be warning these guys. And the pitching coach should have told Dusty, Dusty, you might want to pull him. He's tipping his pitch.
Random texter says, read an article today that Lance McCullers said he wasn't tipping pitches. He was just flat out tired last night.
Well, he might say that, but because he was tired, he might have been making a mistake.
Then he should have pulled himself.
Yeah, it might have fallen into an old routine.
I mean,
you won't know the whole story.
Pitcher can do this, right? I'm ready to go.
Well, in the end, but if you have a pitcher that says, "Oh, I'm a little tired, pull me out," you don't have an ace.
No. And Lance McCullers, this is the World Series, man. He's not going to say anything about his physical condition unless it's going to be really bad where he can't throw a baseball.
Well, I'm just hoping that the Lance McCullers pitches every night. That would be great. Can we do that? 888-368-1580. Well, if that's all you got to say about the World Series Game 3, I'm ready to move on to some stuff, unless there's any other thoughts.
The only other thing I had to say is the Houston Astros are now in a situation of they have to play defensive. They don't want to get to Justin Verlander with his skyrocketing World Series ERA. The worst thing that could happen for the Houston Astros is for Justin Verlander to get the start.
And there you have it. 888-368-1580. Now it's time for Sports Figures in Trouble. Yeah, I didn't want to say athletes because
Really?
not all these are athletes. And I didn't want to say players because
Really?
So it's just Sports Figures in Trouble. Do we have some music for this?
Sports Figures in Trouble?
Yeah. Just, I mean, you come up with the music for everything else.
I mean, I didn't know about this.
I didn't think you needed to.
Sports Figures in Trouble.
Sports Figures in Trouble. You have to imagine there's echo in my voice right there. Trouble. I said imagine. I didn't need you to.
Well, I mean, I was the theater of the mind. I was helping the audience.
Figures in Trouble.
Trouble.
I don't have any dangerous.
All right, fine then. Well, listen, I'll just tell you. We've got a bunch. You know what I'm saying? Today.
Oh, wait, do it again. All right, okay, I think
time for Sports Figures in Trouble. Trouble. Well, they're not all legal trouble. Big George, no, he said the same thing. No, that doesn't really fit this. They're not all in that kind of trouble. They're in various forms of trouble. Yeah, that's pretty good right there.
Okay.
Although the first one is in legal trouble, and so is the second one, but not all of them.
Well,
So this is pretty good.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. Well, just wait till I tell you it's legal trouble.
Oh, okay.
Regular trouble works for all of it, though.
All right.
So now it's time for why'd you stop the music?
Just do it. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now it's time for Sports Figures in Trouble. The first one is in legal trouble. That's not bad. That's working out.
That's actually very good.
Yeah. We have the best rehearsals on air. I guess to say. All right. So, in case you heard any, if you didn't, Brett Reed, son of Walrus Andy Reed, he has been sentenced to 3 years in prison for the drinking and the driving and the crashing into that little girl's family's car. And she's still struggling, but he is now 3 years. The thing is, the family was outraged, saying, yeah, this should have been more, because this whole thing was a plea deal where the prosecutors would agree to seek no more than 4 years in prison. And then he only got the 3. And of course, when he got sentenced, he says, every time I see my daughter, I think about Ariel, who's the name of the girl who got hurt, and how my decision has affected her so deeply in my family. So here's the thing. He's going to be gone for 3 years. But one of the things that they have revealed is that he had been drinking at the Chiefs facility before he crashed into this car. So now, civilly, the family may be able to point the ship at the Chiefs to try to get some financial justice out of, because, Reed is just an assistant. His dad is the coach. That don't mean he's rich. So now if you're going to go ahead and take somebody to task for something, they're serving up alcohol at the Chiefs facility and somebody drove off like that, you got a little dram shop act working right there. And that could be could mean some trouble for the Chiefs organization.
Little bit of negligence. It could be what they go after there, because they didn't even have to give it to him. If he had the alcohol himself and people knew and nobody said anything and he got into a car and drove away, that could be very good cause for that.
If he's sitting in his office getting boozed and he just walks out, gets into a car with a .113, nobody knows any better. Well, then that's just all on him. If it was sort of a social thing with the Chiefs, and the Chiefs, were actually serving the alcohol at the facility, that is where things are going to point at them as well. The next one is even more bizarre. Sports figures in trouble, also legal. Goran Gajic. Am I saying his name right? He's a boxer. You should know this.
I think so. Yeah, he's not a very big boxer, but yes.
Goran Gajic, he was a heavyweight boxer back in the day. He's a little, it was a few years ago. He has been charged with trafficking cocaine.
Oh, boy.
No. $1 billion worth of cocaine.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he got arrested on Sunday and got indicted by a grand jury in New York. $1 billion. In case you're wondering, how much cocaine is it for my $1 billion? Oh, 20 tons. 20 tons of cocaine. And it was passed through the port there.
Wow.
Yeah, they nabbed him as he was trying to get out of town quick on a flight from Miami. Can you get any more cliche than I just got busted on coke charges as I boarded a plane in Miami? And I guess he violated the Federal Maritime Drug Law Enforcement Act, and there was conspiracy. And he now faces a mandatory 10-year prison sentence. I'm thinking he was the money man. I don't think he was probably the brains behind the operation, but 19.8 tons of the drug were seized on a cargo ship heading to the Netherlands. So it wasn't even for the United States. They were sending this smack to the Netherlands. And it was just docked there in Philadelphia, and somebody got wise to it. Everybody got arrested. But Goran, and like I said, I think he might have done a little bit of the funding, if you will. He's going to go away to the Old Gray Bar Hotel for minimum 10 years, I think. Next, sports figures in trouble. This is going to become a legal thing, but it's not a legal thing. Well, no, it's a legal thing. Jim Harbaugh is saying, there needs to be criminal charges for what happened in the tunnel between our boys and then Michigan State boys. The big smackdown in the tunnel, as they're going to call it. And he said, so now I think 4 more kids at Michigan State got suspended for this fight. And here's the thing, people just always seem to forget. If you get in a fight on the field, well, somebody throws a flag. You get in a fight off the field, that's assault. And sometimes even on the field, they'll call it assault. But so now there's 8 people who have been suspended. And if you watch the video, there's more than 8 people hanging around.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure they're continuing to go through it to make sure that they suspend everybody fairly, so you get exactly what you deserve. So I'm sure there'll be more names coming out as this goes forward.
I don't like Jim Jerkface Harbaugh. Never have, never will. I don't even care if he was the quarterback for my Colts back in the day. But he's right here. He's absolutely right. There should be criminal charges for the way that went down, and they're just jumping a guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like the entire team is just jumping a guy. Yeah, that ain't right. So criminal charges on the way. Here's another sports figure in trouble. We didn't talk about this yet. Josh Primo likes to show his dangler to people. He just likes to. Yeah, and I told Keon this the other day. It reminds me of the movie Bowfinger, where Eddie Murphy's character kept, showing his wiener to the Laker girls. He's like, "Hey, ladies!" And they laughed at him. He's like, "Shut up!" It was a comedy movie, and that's why his character was in trouble. Josh Primo wasn't kidding. He just liked to show it to all kinds of people. How many people? Who all did he show it to?
I don't know who all he showed it to, but
I know the team psychologist is one of them.
Yes, like staff workers, like not just staff people just in the building. If Josh Primo was around, he didn't have a problem.
He would just go, "Hey, look!"
Yeah,
wham.
It's a weird way to say hi.
Yeah, well, it's not an acceptable way to say hi.
You can just wave your hand by itself. I just, I don't need to see that.
And the thing is that this has to be one of the stupidest ways to ruin your entire career.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Tony Busby, who was representing the ladies that all got settled with the Deshaun Watson thing. Well, he's the man in charge on the legal thing here for this Dr. Hillary Cotton. So it has not all come to light. Well, that's probably not the right form. Flasher. All the information is not known yet on this, but Primo, who's 19, he's already learned the worst way to say things. He says, I know you're all surprised by today's announcement. I've been seeking help to deal with a previous trauma I suffered and will now take time to focus on my mental health treatment more fully. He's trying to make himself a victim. He's trying to, instead of taking responsibility, hey, I'm kind of a perv, I'm sorry. He's just like, I've had trauma. My trauma makes me show my winky to everybody. And
but if there's any teams out there needing my assistance,
is he ever going to play again?
I have serious doubts about it. And he's a good basketball player. The Spurs, people thought they drafted him way too high at 12, but they saw something in his game and really liked it. And they were about to pay him.
And
after one season, they liked him so much. They were about to pay him.
And the rest of the Spurs organization saw a lot of him.
Yeah, unfortunately. And that's the part there that he's tanked his career. And I think he's trying to do damage control with this, and it's a weak way to do damage control. I hope it doesn't work.
Hey, Primo, what was your previous trauma? Well, I showed this girl my wiener and she got mad. I was traumatized by that.
So you just thought you'd keep trying, huh? Yeah.
You know, that's what they always tell you. At first, you don't succeed. You show them your willy.
Try again.
Yeah, I thought there was to show them your willy. Sorry.
No.
That's Primo talking, not me. And I've got more, sports figures in trouble, but we're going to have to come back to that when we come back. It's time for a break. We'll be back. It's more of the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Joe Biden and Mark Kelly are spending millions to attack Blake Masters and distract you from their failures because they know Masters will fight their radical agenda every step of the way.
For the past 2 years, under Joe Biden and Mark Kelly, we've been going in the wrong direction. You are less safe today. Our border is in chaos. Your bills have gone way up. Joe Biden is spending like a drunken sailor, and Mark Kelly can't say no to Joe Biden.
Blake Masters will fight the Biden-Kelly inflation disaster, stop Washington from indoctrinating our kids, and end cash payments to illegal immigrants and violent criminals.
Ask yourself, do you deserve a secure border? Do you deserve to feel safe when you walk outside at night? Do you deserve to be able to afford your own home if you work hard enough? I think the answer is yes. You deserve so much better than what we have.
Don't fall for their false attacks. Save America. Change direction.
I'm Blake Masters, candidate for U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
The NASCAR season will come to an end in Phoenix, but the championship weekend will last forever.
The greatest are the ones that seize the moment.
4 championship races in 3 days, all set against the stunning backdrop of the desert mountains. Night racing, a double header, and a Cup Series champion crowned on Sunday. It's a weekend you'll wish would never end. The NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway, November 4th through the 6th. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
It's time once again for the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. First prize is $1,580 from Harman Solar. Second prize, a Zebra e-bike from Hemingway. And $500 third prize from Harman Solar. Sign up today. Go to 1580thefanatic.com. The Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
David Linder here on 1580 The Fanatic, right in the middle of Sports Figures in Trouble. And yeah, the boom boom from the Law and Order there. They actually, I saw a thing where they said that was like a combination of a whole bunch of different like sounds, like an anvil and somebody dropping a thing. That boom boom is just, it's not just a boom boom. There's a lot to it right there. Of course, King Kittens thinks the boom boom is NBC's cash register. You might be right.
Could be.
But
let me see if I can hear that.
All right.
Boom boom.
Yep.
I don't hear that.
There's another $1 million right there. So yes, we're talking about sports figures in trouble. Let me read some texts in response to some of the figures that were in trouble before the break there. Hefty Lefty says 20 tons of cocaine might have been enough to sit through the whole Colts versus Broncos game with. Still no. Bruno Baller says, so 20 tons would be 40,000 pounds. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Is that right?
If you say so.
It sounds right. Yeah.
Whatever you say, man.
Yeah, you put one big number together and then get more big numbers. I think another big number comes.
We don't do math around here. You know that, Bruno Baller, but yeah, we agree. Unnamed texter says, where there's a Willie, there's a way, in reference to what Primo was up to over there.
Well, you say there's a way, but clearly there was no way in the Spurs organization.
Somebody else said something else about Primo, and they are correct. But I'm going to leave it at that. 888-368-1580. George, who worked for a prosecutor back in the day, says, damn, I don't even think I've ever heard of an athlete getting in trouble for smuggling over $1 billion in drugs before. Yeah. That's, it's got to be a record, I think, right there.
Google Brazilian soccer in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, that's a good point. So now, though, our sports figures in trouble are no longer in legal trouble. The rest of this is non-legal trouble. So when I start talking about AJ Brown from the Eagles, it's not trouble. In fact, it's not even trouble. But somebody's looking for trouble. So he had a hell of a game the other day. 6 receptions, 156 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 35-13 victory for the Philadelphia Eagles, and now they're 7-0 and all that good stuff. Well, the minute he was done with that, the next day, what do you think happened? The NFL asked him to do a drug test, a random drug test.
Of course, random.
He tweets out, "I would have a drug test this morning, huh? LOL. Roger, this is not random."
They're never random.
No, it's not random.
Drew Brees said once he wanted to play for 10 more years. He didn't actually do that, but just that he said he wanted to. The NFL drug tested him the next day after the interview.
Does that sound like the HGH talking, didn't it?
As opposed to just optimism. Like everybody wants to play for as long as they can.
Yeah, the NFL is full of crap when it comes to the randomness of their drug tests.
They move their feet very slowly on the things that matter, but boy, let somebody have a really great game. The drug test will be at your doorstep 5 minutes later.
Well, you don't have to pay $500, $600, $800 an hour for somebody to gather up pee. You do have to pay that to a lawyer. So
that's true.
That's the difference. Fair enough. And our last athlete in trouble. Well, this one, they're a little bit of trouble, but got a little fine. Dalvin Cook got fined $7,426 for throwing a football into the stands. And the NFL will probably reduce the fine to $5,941, but that's only if Dalvin Cook completes an online remedial training course.
Oh my God.
For what?
How not to throw a ball into the stand.
Oh my God.
So now Cook goes on to Twitter and he wrote the sentence, 4 will not throw football in the stands after touchdown. 4 will not throw football in the stands after touchdown. Like little Bart Simpson writing on the chalkboard there.
Lovely.
And then he says, in all serious, kids, stay in school. Don't break the rules. So he's just mocking the thing. If I got fined $7,426 and they says, we'll knock off a little on that if you take a course, guess what I'm not doing?
Wow.
I'm not taking your stupid course, NFL. I understand why they do that. Yeah, I do get it. You know what I'm saying? You throw the ball in the stands, there's a liability issue that somebody's going to get punked in the face. Marsha, like, oh, my nose. You're going to get hit in the nose with the football and sue somebody. And so that's why if you throw the ball, you get a $7,426 fine. If you hand the ball, they just charge you for the cost of the ball, which is ridiculous at about $500.
None of this makes any sense. It's all ludicrous.
Exactly.
I don't even know what to say.
They're like, hand it somebody. There's no liability, but we're going to get paid for that ball.
Oh my God.
Throw it. You've now, you put us all at risk.
The NFL has to charge for the ball being given away. The NFL billion upon $billion company.
We've
sports league.
Got to draw the line somewhere, man, because otherwise everybody's gonna be handing balls out to everybody, and now we'll have no balls.
They need $500 every time. Come on.
Yeah, for at most a $50 ball.
Please.
Yeah.
League's ridiculous.
Well, it is an expensive ball because they have all that tracking device in there.
Oh, yeah. Those are cool. I mean, they're working, so I don't know why we're not using them as part of the game yet.
Why do we have guys with 10 yards worth of chain link still in 2022?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Many questions of the universe that will never be answered. Fighting Wampa says, hey, O'Brien, you got to give them Colts more credit. They deserve it. That's why they aren't very good on the field. They're tired of taking random drug tests all the time. I think you need to take a random drug test right about now. I have to talk with the men in the audience right now.
Okay.
Women are tired of being judged by you. Women are tired of being judged. Saw this thing. Reddit did a thread about how women are tired of being judged, and here are the things they're tired of being judged for. I saw this out of the corner of my eye, and I thought, "Ooh, this could be interesting." Because here, we do man card evaluations, man card accreditations, we do man card violations, and we try to help you out. Sometimes people will write in a man card question. And, I, of course, being the Southwestern regional manager of the man card, I will answer because I am probably the only person qualified to do that. And so when I see things, I like to try to help us men sort of avoid trouble. Okay. So when I saw this is going to be a thing where you're going to hear this and you're going to say to yourself, well, by howdy, I better not do that. Okay. So, what do you think women are tired of being judged for? What's the first thing you think right off the top of your head? Randy, you've spent a lot of years on this planet.
Excuse me?
You know what women like and don't like. What do you think women are tired of being judged over?
Their looks.
Okay, that's good. Keon, with your mouth full of food, welcome to the show.
Whether or not they smile.
Oh, you know what? You're right. That's one of them, the top 10. Guys, we're never told you'd be a lot better looking if you'd smile. Yeah, women are tired of hearing you should smile, you'd be prettier.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Mm-hmm. What are you eating?
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sorry, mispronounced it.
We have breaks like 3 times an hour.
Sandwich.
You were talking, so I thought I might sneak a bite in because it's a really good sandwich.
Well, guess what? You shouldn't do that. You just got busted.
You have learned a valuable lesson, young Padawan learner.
I cannot believe that you are the person judging me this. We have started.
This is about judging women. This isn't about judging you. I hear you chewing your food on the radio.
Well, okay, you asked me a question, but I'm saying you have started
segments because I saw you chewing
with your mouth full of M&Ms. I know that's why you did it, but I'm saying segments are starting, and you're still like, yeah, let me get one last bite of.
Yeah, but I do it professionally. Randy understands because there's music, and I can straighten things out.
And you were talking, but then you saw me eating and asked me a question.
That's the other thing. You're learning so much right now, aren't you?
Damn it.
Don't let him see you.
Yeah. So, all right, here, let me give you the rundown, boys. This is what women are tired of being judged over. I'm telling you this so you don't say stupid things. So you don't find yourself in the wrong conversation, shaking your head as she's angry at you and you can't figure out why. Women are tired of being judged about getting older. That's the big thing for them.
Oh.
We should be allowed to age in peace. So,
wouldn't that be looks? I mean, come on. I win this contest.
Listen.
I didn't realize it was a contest.
No.
I win the damn contest.
Here's the point I'm making that you're missing. Because women are sick about being judged for getting older, if you're watching TV, don't see an actress and go, ooh, she didn't age well. Because the person next to you, she's going to go, I wonder what he thinks about my aging. And now you're in trouble. Okay. So don't mention it. Don't talk about it. Don't say those things out loud. If she says it, still keep your damn mouth shut. Let her be the one that says something like that. You don't be the one, because then she internalizes that. Women are complicated.
That doesn't actually sound that complicated, honestly, but
women are very complicated.
I'm just saying that thing there doesn't.
Someday you'll find one and you'll find out what I'm saying is true. All right. Women are tired of people judging them for not being married yet. That's usually between them and their mom and grandmas and stuff. So that's not really a dude thing. Or although you should never say, hey, what's a pretty girl like you? Why are you single? Why are you not married yet? You don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's no good. They don't take that as a compliment. They take that as everything their mom or grandma or aunts are saying to them, and they're tired of that crap.
And maybe they just don't want to, which,
Also, don't say anything about whether they, if they choose to not have kids or to have kids. You just don't.
Yeah, keep that one close to your heart there, Jeffrey.
What are you talking about?
Just keep that to your heart there, Jeffrey.
What does that have to do with me?
I have 6 kids, and I heard it from you on a regular basis.
Well, I just say you have a crap load of kids.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I've got kids. I've got a crap load of kids.
Well, you do now.
Just saying.
25 years ago, you did not.
Not judging you for repopulating the Western Seaboard. I'm just saying. All right. So here's another thing. Women are tired of being judged for being justifiably upset or angry about something.
Oh, please.
Yeah. Women get labeled aggressive or a bitch. And like, is it that time of the month? No. Why can't they be angry like us men are angry? So don't say stuff like that when a gal's angry.
And it's already, they've shown that when emails are anonymous and from a woman, if it's an angry email, it gets perceived like anybody else is angry. But when you know the name of the person and you know it's a woman, then that person gets labeled a bitch much more often, and it's a whole lot more hostile. So it's a real thing.
If it comes from somebody with a woman's name or Donnie, you know it's
Donnie. Donnie.
Women are tired of being judged for when they show up wearing comfortable clothing. If a woman is in sweats, don't say, oh, you're kind of dressing down. Don't comment about what they're wearing. If they're comfy, let them be comfy. They don't like that we guys can show up to like big events in jeans and just a t-shirt and be socially acceptable. But if they don't look dressed up, now there's something wrong. Yeah, let women be what they want to be. Don't say anything about it. So if they look dressed down a little bit, keep it to your damn self. Here's another thing. Don't judge women about if they're lifting weights and working out and stuff, because they get tired of hearing, oh, that's great, you're working out. Just don't get too bulky, all right?
Why is that any of your business?
Yeah, just let them do what they want to do. They don't like to hear that. Women don't like to, be judged for whether or not they can cook or not, or do what they call women chores. Don't be sexist. You just keep your mouth shut about that. Women don't want to hear it about being a stay-at-home mom or being a career woman. They get judged by other people for staying at home and taking care of their family. Oh, wow. Yeah. And then on the other hand, people get judged for being career people. Just mind your own damn business. And men, don't make comments about either. This is the big one. This one should have been number 1. Women are tired of being judged about their weight. Okay. They're tired of that. They face more judgment than we do. Even in some cultures, the fact that I'm a little gordo means, wow, it's a happy man over there. If a woman's gordo, they don't even have a word for that. I don't, unless gordita. Or is that what they call that at Taco Bell?
That is what they call it. The gordita crunch.
That sounds very judgmental. Anyway, and then women, like we said, don't like to be told about, hey, you need to smile more. You'd be prettier if you smiled. You'd be bloody if you say it again. And the other thing was, women are tired of being judged for the fact that they poop. Because they do. And they don't understand why we get to be crass about bathroom stuff, but they can't. I guess women joke about it just like we do when we're not around. We joke about it whether they're around or not. But if a woman starts making jokes about the poo-poo jokes, we're like, oh, God, what the? Oh.
Yeah, the whole, what are you talking about? You're a beautiful angel. You don't poop like that. You know, she's a human being with biology. Guess what happens when you put food inside a person? It comes out.
So those are some things, men, be careful of. Those are at least the top things they don't like to hear about. So Kyle G says, talking about her age, children, dress, weight, basically don't say something that their mother might say to be judgmental with them. Yeah, you're good point. Good point there. Historian says, so it's simple. Don't talk to women.
No, I think it's simpler than that.
It's just complicated
Talk
enough.
about every damn else thing.
No,
That's
you're
all.
just-
I mean, what? Those are the only topics of a conversation?
I just have found that, I'm a very communicative person, but as my life has gone by, I'm understanding more and more why a lot of men are quiet, because we can easily step in it. And it doesn't do me no good to talk sometimes, because I'm going to say the wrong thing. And I know all of us men, we're going to say the wrong thing. I just gave you some things to sort of try to avoid to not say the wrong thing. You're welcome. Fighting Wampa says, is that a real survey or is that some note found in the anonymous box at the commander's HR department? Yeah.
Oh, no. The anonymous commander's HR box has things to avoid that are way worse than that.
Yeah,
So much worse.
Always look for cameras. Mr. Pringle says, yeah, you know what? Lakers suck. I think we all agree on that.
true.
Man, woman, child. We all
That's a fact.
We all agree on that. Big George says, so Jeffrey, from that list, I didn't hear anything about how bad women are at driving. Does that mean they acknowledge that they are worse drivers than men? They're not bad drivers. They just can't park. Why are you looking at me that way?
Yeah, well,
just it's a fact. It's actually, I think it's in the Bible. It's just they can't. They just are. They can't.
I
I noticed you're at the studio today.
I gotta wait till just the right moment so I can. Well, the locks were changed.
Yeah.
I just don't want to talk about it.
If they were before, they are now.
Dirty Dallas says, I watched a bad sport documentary about ASU basketball point shaving in the 90s. Do you guys remember any of that?
Yes.
I was too young.
Yes.
I was not here. But what's the documentary called?
You don't need to know that.
ASU's point shaving.
You don't need to know.
ASU's point shaving.
You don't need to know that.
Why don't I need to know that?
It's actually I'm sorry, I misread. It's the ASU puppy shaving documentary.
No,
and it's really not worth watching. It's kind of
that also
horrible.
sounds great. Like, what's wrong with puppy shaving? I like puppies.
You shave puppies?
Never shaved.
Oh my
I've never
God!
shaved
There it
any
is,
animal.
Randy. There's our
there it is.
There's our political attack ad for Keon. Keon Rose shaves puppies.
I don't even know why that would. So bad. I've never had a dog, so I don't even know why it's a bad thing.
A man who shaves puppies to be in their office. Oh. Can't even tell you what he does to chinchillas.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Chinchillas?
I don't even know what that is.
Chinchilla? I don't know.
Chinchilla.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we got some football to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. And one of the other things where sports figures in trouble, old Dan Snyder and the Washington Commandos. You thought I was going to forget that, did you? No.
I didn't think you were going to forget that. I was just waiting my turn.
There is some stuff happening there that was very interesting today. And we'll talk about that when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
2000, 2008, 2022. When it comes to the economy, those are some scary years. .com crash, housing crash, and the roller coaster we're going through right now. It's a dangerous time to not know your numbers. But over 31,000 businesses have the confidence and clarity they need because they rely on NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, improve margins. Everything you need all in one place. So, how do you prepare for uncertain times? The answer, NetSuite. NetSuite helps you identify rising costs, automate your business processes, and easily see where to save money. That's why 93% of customers say they improved their visibility and control when they upgraded to NetSuite. What are you waiting for? NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/radar. netsuite.com/radar.
The NASCAR season will come to an end in Phoenix, but the championship weekend will last forever.
The greatest are the ones that seize the moment.
4 championship races in 3 days, all set against the stunning backdrop of the desert mountains. Night racing, a doubleheader, and a Cup Series champion crowned on Sunday. It's a weekend you'll wish would never end. The NASCAR championship weekend at Phoenix Raceway. November 4th through the 6th. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
I'm Shane O'Grady, founder of Life Changer Loan, and for years I've been sharing how our mortgage has been changing lives. With all 5-star ratings on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, maybe it's time you find out what all the fuss is about. Our average client saves over $250,000 in interest compared to their traditional loan, while not changing a dime of their spending habit. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MD1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic, and we turn our focus on week 9 in the NFL and college football. The Cardinals' week of practice and around the NFL as the trade deadline has passed. Some huge college football games this weekend. We get you ready. World Series, Suns, Coyotes, and more. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Qatar, here we come.
Kristen's travel agency has one
All right,
goal.
talk to you soon.
The world's biggest soccer tourney.
The hotel is 7 miles from the stadium. Are you serious? Did you email the transportation company?
Now he needs an Arabic interpreter on his roster.
I don't speak it either.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
We know how it goes. You can't always tune in and hear your favorite shows and hosts.
Dude, look, I'm a loser. Okay?
That's cool, bro. That's why we post podcasts of your favorite shows and hosts. Listen when you want to. Listen on demand.
That is great and frankly kind of amazing.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com to download.
A blender on this Dia de los Muertos. That's right. A joyous Day of the Dead here on 1580 The Fanatic. And all right, it's time to get down and dirty. It was funny how things have sort of progressed. 1 minute you think, oh, nothing's going to change. And now I think, well, maybe something might change. And then you're like, oh, no, nothing's going to change. So the day started with the news update that the Snyders of the Washington Commandos ownership, the dirty Snyders, had hired Bank of America Securities to explore potential transactions involving the team. Now, when I saw that, the first thing I thought was, does not mean they're selling. I said, it probably doesn't mean that. And then the NFL suddenly jumped out and said, hey, any potential transaction will have to be presented to the NFL Finance Committee for review and require an affirmative vote by 3/4 of the full membership. That would be 24 of the 32 teams. And, so we still have a review going on. There's no update on that timeline. So, and then I thought, well, maybe that does mean they're trying to sell. And then Robert Griffin III, he put up the tweet saying, hey, who wants to be a minority owner of the Washington Commanders? I'm down to pay a stake for the team. I'll bring 10 fans along for the ride. And the 10 fans don't have to pay anything. It's like, well, what the hell is he up to over there? So, Keon, would you straighten this out for us? Is this all about the fact that the Snyders have finally thrown up the white flag, decided to sell the team and move on? Or is this just about potential minority stakes for an influx of money to help fund their stupid stadium?
At this point, it could go either way because, of course, the Snyders aren't going to say anything and the league's going to be very, very hush-hush about it. But I think they're exploring all the options. That's what it sounds like to me, that potentially if Bank of America, values the team at a high enough cost, Dan Snyder bought it for under $1 billion.
Right. He got it for $800 million and they're saying it's worth $5.6 billion right now.
Yeah. If they're able to shop it around and get a higher number, Dan may sell.
Right. So then we're like, okay, why is all this happening today? Well, that's interesting. He said, I will never sell. And just moments before we went on air, suddenly this headline, U.S. Attorney's Office investigating Commanders over alleged financial improprieties. Dan Snyder's selling, getting the hell out of Dodge before he gets arrested. I think that's what's happening right now.
It sure looks like it. And there was a story that came out in April about the two sets of Commanders books, the one that they reported to the league, but the one that they kept to themselves with the actual internal numbers. And Mary Jo White of the SEC is looking into it. Now,
the review is ongoing, she said.
I am suddenly her biggest fan.
So here's what I think will happen. They'll sell the team. They'll load the $5 billion onto Dan Snyder's boat, and he will sail off into international waters, and we will never be able to prosecute him. That, I think, is what he was thinking today when he's like, hey, we're going to go. No, I had a change of heart. Maybe we're going to sell after all. Okay, I'm going to go float out in international waters now. I'll wait for somebody to pay me.
Good luck with that. This doesn't seem like it's a very good situation for the Snyders. And Dan Snyder has said for the last 20 plus years, he's not selling the team. He's not selling the team. He's been more adamant about it lately, especially with his heels dug in when the rumors were that the league was going to consider the possibility of forcing him out. Well,
so he's the guy who's sitting there at the table playing some cards and pinching the waitress's ass, and everybody's getting really mad, but he's got a lot of money. And they're like, hey, you got to quit doing it. I'm never leaving this table. Oh, I'm never going to cash in. I'm on a hot streak. I'm on a roll. And they're like, somebody's called the sheriff. I think it's time to cash in. I think that's what we're going to do right here. Or you might just get our chips there. And here, I'm going to tip the girl who I pinched her ass. There you go. Here's another tip for you. I'll give you the whole thing there. Anyway, so I think maybe that's what's happening. Snyders are feeling the heat and having a change of heart and cashing out to get the hell out of Dodge, I think.
Yeah, because they've got an investigation from working from two angles. And one is coming from the legal arm of the US government, and the other is coming from the NFL itself, which still has an investigation going on into the Washington Commandos. And I think that both of those putting more pressure on the Snyders than they'd like.
So how do you see this playing out? Can the NFL even stop a sale and remove the team from him before he can cash in? Because right now, if this is a financial improprieties investigation, then that is going to reveal that he has shortchanged the NFL. They don't like that. Can they just take it away from him and not give him any? He gets no money for it.
That I don't know, but they can absolutely stop the sale. Yeah, if there's going to be a new owner, then the other owners have to approve and sign off on it. And they could absolutely stop that, and force him into a position where they're going to get their money back, because we know the NFL doesn't give a damn about morality. But you start messing around with the money,
no, they move quickly.
Yeah, the game changes.
Why would they stop the sale? If he's selling the team and he's selling it to a legitimate buyer and a legitimate buyer group who's been vetted, why would they stop the sale?
Because if he's had two sets of books, I think the NFL is going to want to know how long that's been going on and how much money has been withheld. And
can't they still get to the bottom of all that even after a sale?
That's a separate issue.
They can, but if he's still the owner of the team, I think it's a little easier for them to extract that money from him than if he decides to, go on vacation in Israel again, because that's where he was all summer when the government was trying to talk to him.
What made him think it was safe to come back?
Well, he testified over Zoom. I think he just thought he was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I bet he's already on the boat.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's a very massive yacht. He could be there forever.
Yeah, I think he's got himself a few boxes of Twinkies, and he's in for the long haul out there in the ocean.
Boxes of Twinkies.
I don't know what else you need there. Fish Tank says everyone's puppies were safe and warm, and then came Keon. That's right, Keon shaves puppies.
We live in Arizona. I think I was doing him a favor.
An unnamed texter, I'm sorry, your name's not popped up on the screen here, says, finally got home in time to catch you guys live. As someone whose franchise once suffered under the rule of Frank McCourt, I wish you well, Keon. But I hope any new owners will change the stupid name for the pro football team from Washington. What's wrong with the name now? Commanders.
Well, it's not the best possible name, but it's an okay name. If you win,
do you think they change it again?
The name sticks. No, that'd be two branding nightmare. Three name changes in like 6 years.
You wouldn't be mad about if it was the Red Flyers, or what were they? The
Red Tails, the Red Wolves. I liked that one a lot too.
You wouldn't even be mad. It's like, listen, we got rid of the bad guy. We now have this team, and we just want to put the past completely behind us. You wouldn't be that mad, would you?
I wouldn't be mad at all, honestly. But I look, to me, if you keep my burgundy and gold, I mean, short of something actually, offensive, call the team whatever you want. I just want to see wins.
Trying to think of something really offensive to say right now. And I'm realizing I probably shouldn't do that. All right. Well, the Snyders, this whole thing with, I'm not running anything. My wife is. That's all bull crap.
Yeah. And the league knows it.
So,
for instance, Dan Snyder is not allowed back at FedEx Field. He's not allowed back at the team facility. He is, however, allowed at every other NFL team facility. How does that make any sense?
There is a certain level of Schadenfreude on this that I am just really enjoying. Not your pain, but the possible pain of Dan Snyder.
Well, this is not pain. This is going to be the biggest win that this franchise has had since Super Bowl 26. If they get Dan Snyder out of ownership.
Hey, Thundar, the Santa Barbarian. Now it shows up. Joe the Show says, after this month, these puppies are going to need shaving. Those are not the puppies that we were talking about. Shame on you. Unnamed texter says, if Dan Snyder is selling the team, the new owner should put in a clause in the paperwork calling for an independent audit. That's a tough thing because when you buy a business, they don't have to hand you every single piece of paper. There's a certain amount of financials that of course you have to have, but you don't get every single piece of paper.
No.
So I think Keon is right. The audit probably needed to happen before the sale,
Yeah.
But even then, they've already shredded most anything, so it doesn't matter.
and I don't know, because now that you've got the feds looking into this, you start destroying evidence. If they can find that you destroyed it, now we're talking jail.
So I would feel like I was in jail if I had to go to this event, but you might want to go to this event. And tomorrow we will be giving away tickets to the Michael Waltrip Craft Beer and Country Music Festival, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Celebrating NASCAR's championships. So here's the deal, NASCAR fans. Enjoy a cold one with Michael Waltrip himself. The Michael Waltrip Craft Beer and Country Music Festival comes to Bell Bank Park Saturday, November 5th at 6 p.m. Cold beer, live country music, and up close and personal meet and greets with two-time Daytona 500 champion Michael Waltrip. That's a great time for all. Live performances from legendary band Hillbilly Deluxe with their high-energy country and rock tunes. Live performances with DJ Jeffro, not me, and the Get Lit Dancers, not Keon and Randy. And listen, it's all happening out there at Bell Bank Park. Tickets for 5 p.m. Well, that's early entry and a VIP happy hour hosted by Michael Waltrip in person. And the first drink is on him. General admission gets in at 6 p.m. and you can enjoy more than 20 craft beers along with Michael Waltrip's own craft beer and good times on an exciting NASCAR weekend. So I don't have the website for this, but I'm sure if you Google Michael Waltrip Craft Beer and Country Music Festival, you'll find it. So we'll have tickets for that tomorrow. We have tickets today for UCLA versus ASU over at Sun Devil Stadium on Saturday. What time is that? What time is the game? I don't have it in front of me here. Hold on. Here it is. It's at 4 p.m. Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
So the weather is just right too for this. You're not going to be dying of a heat stroke at this game. Plus, you won't be dying of a heat stroke because you'll have a parking pass. So you get to park and then just saunter on into the game. Unlike all these other people who have to shuttle and walk, ridiculous distances. So parking pass and tickets, 2, right? We got 2.
Yeah, we got two tickets and a parking pass.
2 tickets and a parking pass. And this ought to be a fun game. So UCLA, I'm sorry, I was wrong. 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. My eyes caught the Tarleton, Arizona State basketball game. So Saturday at 6:30 p.m. is the time for the football game. Anyway, so be listening for your chance to win those tickets between now and 6 o'clock. We have to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk some actual football. Not the scandals, not the arrests, not the fines, not the bad stuff. We're going to talk the good stuff. We have all kinds of, there's one bad thing. Okay, I lied. There's one bad thing.
No.
But the rest is good. You don't have to worry. It'll be fine. Nothing but NFL football for you. Well, I'll just tell you now so I don't have to do it then. John McVay died. Yeah, Sean McVay's grandpa. And Randy, that name probably does ring in your ears as somebody who was iconic for the San Francisco 49ers back in the day.
I don't want to talk about it.
But, well, why not?
Cardinals.
Yeah, but this guy is an epic. Okay. Daily Blender. Dude died, man.
Here's to Prilosec OTC. Without Prilosec, I wouldn't be able to enjoy all this yummy holiday food. Speaking of, whoever made that apple pie, delicious. I just take one pill each morning and zero heartburn all day. So cheers to Prilosec OTC. Ooh, are those jalapeno poppers?
Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid that can cause heartburn, so you can enjoy the holidays. One pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate release.
Elections are important and must be secure and accurate. Adrian Fontes bungled the 2018 and 2020 elections in Maricopa as the county recorder. Fontes changed the rules last minute, sent mail-in ballots to people without requesting them, opened voting centers in favored areas while ignoring the rest of Maricopa County. Over 62 polling locations not even open on time on election day, causing mass confusion, turned away voters, and long lines. Fontes was rebuked by members of his own party and the Arizona Supreme Court for his lawless actions. The press said, quote, Fontes is making up election law as he goes along. This won't end well, end quote. Voters already fired Fontes for screwing up Maricopa's elections. Now he wants a statewide promotion? Absolutely not. Instead, vote for retired police officer Mark Fincham. Mark Fincham will follow the law. Paid for and authorized by Mark Fincham for Secretary of State.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event, here to tell you about Access Property Advisors. When I need to buy or sell properties or get them rented out, Access Property Advisors gets me the best sales price or lease terms to make my rental properties profitable. Jason Sellers has an impressive team of professionals at Access Property Advisors, experts in just about anything you can need with real estate. So whether you want to find the home of your dreams, sell your home, or manage your rental property, do what I do and give Access Property Advisors a call at 602-614-5590. That's 602-614-5590 or visit accesspropertyadvisors.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates are bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. or online, lundmortgage.com.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. This is KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix, 99.3 FM, and K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Anyway, I don't know where Randy went. He'll be back soon. Booger Wolf says, hey, did somebody say Niners? Yeah, baby. Randy, you musty foot hater. You musty foot hater. I think I'd hate a musty foot too.
I think that's a normal thing to hate. I too am also a musty foot hater.
That's an odd insult attempt right there. You're a musty foot hater. Does that mean that he has a musty foot and he's a hater? Or is he a hater of the musty foot? In this case, Booger Wolf, punctuation is kind of important. So you may want to reapply that before he comes back to his microphone. Randy says, Cardinal Art, hey, Randy, he says, the hell with the Commandos. Can we please have a weather forecast and an update? It's getting cloudy. It's getting windy out here on the west side of Glendale. They are clamoring, Randy, for a weather report.
Well, from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White reporting. Miss Kim, I'm fine. You don't have to text me anymore about why I'm not talking. Some clouds forming, storm clouds moving in from the southwest, kind of matriculating across the Phoenix metro area. Not really any danger right now. They're
matriculating.
Matriculating, moving from one point to another in a quick pace. Current temperature 75 degrees. I placed a 10% chance of rain showers later on tonight, and the possibility tomorrow quite strong, probably about 25% for chance of rain tomorrow.
Yeah, well, matriculate doesn't.
Why are you interrupting my weather forecast?
These words you use, I don't think it means what you think it means. Matriculation is a formal process of entering a university as a candidate for a degree.
Matriculating across the
not
metro Phoenix area.
Okay.
Moving quickly. 76 for the high today. Tonight down to the mid-50s.
So is this storm pursuing their degree with local public institutions?
64 degrees for the high tomorrow. 46 overnight low tomorrow. Take care of those succulents in the outlying areas. Again, it's 71 degrees currently. 75 wherever you are. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeff Cope.
All right. That's okay.
Matriculate on, Jeff Cope.
In fairness to Randy, even though he was doing the weather, in the game of football, the word matriculate means to advance.
Right. Okay. All right.
So here's my ass.
Just saying it's advancing.
Here's my ass right here. If you're so inclined.
Well, a football definition that it didn't show up in any of the definitions.
I'm a damn meteorologist. I've gone to college for this.
By the way, that's not a meteorologist
word. I can use
phrase.
that in meteorology terms because I'm a meteorologist.
I was always worried if I matriculated too much, I'd go blind. That was a problem.
No, that wasn't matriculate.
Just saying. Good Cat says, Randy, can you matriculate me a double shot of Knob Creek Rye, please?
Damn, that sounds good right now.
I am due for another bottle of that. I love that stuff. That is
I love
good
the
stuff.
Knob Creek.
Good. I haven't tried it.
Yeah,
Have you had the Ocean? Have you had the Ocean? Ocean 23.
No.
All right, I want to give that to both of you as my gift to you. Pick yourself up a bottle of the Ocean 23.
If we pick it up ourselves, how's that a gift?
Well, for me, turning you on to it.
Okay, that's fair.
You might turn on Keon, but you don't turn me on. Thundar, the Santa Barbarian, says Commandos is a better name than Commanders. Isn't it odd for a team more than one commander anyway? I mean, who's in charge, right? The entire team's like, I'm the they're all commanders.
Yeah, no, look, I understand it. It's fairly
like commander convention.
But the same thing applies for the Chiefs. I mean, everybody's the chief. You're all the chief. I mean, it's a name.
It's a group of chiefs matriculating the football back and forth.
It's another chief convention
on the gridiron.
But I do think that Commandos is better than Commanders. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, Commandos. Now you got a bunch of badass guys who look like Arnold Schwarzenegger running around
fast
blowing things
roping
up.
out
That
of
is
aircraft.
quite literally
grenade launchers.
My fantasy football team is called Going Commando, and it is literally my logo is Arnold Schwarzenegger with the rocket launcher.
See, my favorite picture of Arnold is with the cigar in his mouth.
Yeah, Going Commando. You should almost just. I don't know. You see a dude wearing some jeans or something.
I have a buddy that's very proud of Going Commando.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little too proud.
I like support. I like to support the boys. You know what I'm saying? I like to support the troops.
You don't like them to run free?
No. I like to keep them
born free,
well contained and safe. And not
inside the Levi's space.
I don't like things bouncing around on my thighs. You know what I'm saying?
Are you kidding me?
I don't want the type of thing hitting my kneecap. You know
Does
what I'm
it
saying?
get any better than that?
I just feel like they should be contained in one spot. Safe.
I'm sorry.
Safe. Like a. Anyway, Bugger Wolf says Cardinal Farts team sucks. Randy can start a fire by rubbing those barefoot hooves of his together. Go Niners. So I guess the insult for you is that you have horrible feet. The insult for Keon is that he looks like a salamander. And he just insults my mom all the time. So I think
I have horned feet. Does that make me a centaur?
Hooved. Hooved feet.
If I'm a hooved a man, does that make me a centaur?
You could be a centaur, yeah.
Could be a
I
horse.
want to be a damn centaur.
Yeah, you're a centaur.
Thank you.
All right. I do need to figure out why you have such venom for the dearly departed John McVay, who has died at 91 years old, former general manager for the San Francisco 49ers, granddaddy to one Sean McVay, and uncle to Timothy McVay, who I think he blew up a building.
I don't think that he's related to Timothy McVay.
I just wanted to start a rumor.
Yep.
Truth there.
So what is your problem with old Johnny McVay there, Randy?
SF 49ers.
Your hatred for the 49ers, I mean, you'll not say you have thoughts and prayers for the McVay family. Screw the McVay family and Ryan Seacrest too. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, now that you put it that way,
he let
Jeffrey.
you say it. Yeah.
And now that you put it that way.
He set you up to say it.
He coached too. He coached the Giants there for a minute and a half.
The Giants. What did he do for the Cardinals?
Herm Edwards played for him.
What did he
Herm Edwards said.
Well, okay. That's not helping. The Herm Edwards thing.
All right. Well, listen, I just I bring that up because I know we have a lot of 49ers.
You know, I'm sorry that Grandpa finally kicked the bucket. I'm sorry for the McVay family. Sorry for your loss. That's about it. That's all I've got.
Fine.
I don't know them.
Well, maybe
I don't owe them any sort of.
Yeah, maybe just adopt the if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything.
I didn't say anything. All I did was.
You could make a strong argument that that's not a very nice thing.
I didn't say anything at all.
Yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice. Yeah.
But, it's
not like he was a Yankees guy.
I was cleaning a piece of lettuce off my tongue.
All right. Well, he's still dead. So there you go. 888-368-1580. We're going to talk some NFL. Let me get caught up on the text line here. Big George says, is that what happened to Mr. Wilbur? Did he matriculate too much as a kid? Yes. That is why he's illegally blind. Too much matriculation.
Damn, George.
That's too close to home there for Mr. Wilbur. King of Kittens says, I tremiculated in my pants. And it's 7:30 p.m. on Saturday night.
Matriculate. Not tramiculate.
Oh, because we're close to the time change, all these printouts are wrong. You're right. It's 7:30 p.m. because we don't start observing mountain time until Sunday. Yeah. This whole time thing is a mess. Cardinal Art says Tom Coughlin's wife died as well, Randy, if that helps.
She's probably in a better place now.
I like Cardinal Art thinks that somebody dying might cheer you up. That's nice. Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, I'm a Broncos fan, so if you want to rip on Kansas City, Keon, please do. Not much else for me to be excited about with the NFL this year. My fantasy football team's getting kicked around more than a bleeping soccer ball. I mean, my fantasy team's almost as bad as the Arizona Cardinals this year. Man, Thundar, I'm sorry to hear that.
Got your shot in there at the Cards.
Why do you always have to take a shot at the Cardinals? Why?
Just a shot across the bow.
What have I done to the fourth dimension that there's a few of them? There's like a small sect of them that like to take a shot at the Cardinals.
You're going to ask that after you just at the death of a guy from the 49ers?
Lost Toby can bear the brunt of that for the entire 49er nation.
Are you new at this? Because why are people coming after you?
Why are people in your division coming after you?
Before this, I was not this way, but Lost Toby has cynicaled me.
That's classic. Randy's blaming all of you for everything. Good Cat says, if you have no support, do you sit on your twins? Yeah, that's the thing. You got to support the boys, or else you end up sitting on a couple of them.
You just got to learn how to sit down.
And then you're, that's not good.
You got to ease down,
Dirty Dallas says he wants to bring back the name Redskins. Hail to the Redskins is a catchy song. About that, it's a racist term. And if you're really in a hurry to bring back the name, you might want to, take a deep look at yourself. Joe the Show says, sometimes when I go to sleep, I close my eyes and I wish I had all the cool titles like Randy, matriculated meteorologist, grill master, bitch pigeon dominator. We got to give Joe the Show a cool nickname. How about Joe the Show? We don't have a nickname like that.
Jeffrey.
What?
His name is Joe the Show.
I don't know.
It was a nickname.
He's already named that.
Well, I don't know what to help me out here. Give me a nickname for him.
Well, it can't be Joe the Show.
Well, we don't know anything about Joe the Show.
How about Supernova Joe?
Are you the Joe the Show who gives animals MRIs?
Supernova Joe.
Keon's looking at me like that's a really odd insult. No, that's actually there's a guy named Joe who listens to the show. His job is to give MRIs to like cougars, not from Scottsdale, like actual, and other livestock and animals. Is that you, Joe the Show? Because maybe we could come up with something that way. Booger Wolf says if Randy rode a horse commando, the horse would step all over his bags. All right, Booger Wolf, maybe you take a break.
Who said that?
Booger Wolf maybe needs to take a break. Boomer Sooner says, oh, crap, Jeffrey, you guys got to get this station fixed. Now I'm hearing Mexican music. What are you, racist? You don't like Mexican music? I like Mexican music. Wait, no, that's a different song. Big Stanky says, good afternoon, guys. Just getting off work. Want to tell you guys, Mark Asher was disrespecting my balls. Tennessee is beating some dogs this weekend. Okay, well, why don't you take it up with Asher, man? I was to tell you. Big George says, I always like the Red Wolves as the name. Not a fan of the Commanders. Hail to the Red Wolves, he says.
That would have been cool. And Red Wolves are native to the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. It would have very much applied.
Hail to the Red
Oh,
Tails.
oh, God.
Hail to the...
Not that song, though.
They already paid for it. They got to use it.
Yeah, I guess.
Hail to the Red Tails.
Well, try it with Red Wolves. Maybe he'd like it better that way. Try it again.
Hail to the
Randy,
Red
it's not you.
Wolves.
That's pretty good.
It's not you, Randy. The band is dragging you down. I mean, just severely.
What do you mean? That band is spot on. Hail to the Red Wolves. Hail to what?
They're sharp and flat at the same time. How is that possible?
It's called talent.
That's true. That's a skill.
They're not messing around, man.
I played trumpet in middle school, and we weren't that bad.
Cardinal Art says, wait, aren't the Denver Bronchitis, the Bronx are done? Aren't they just as bad as the Cardiac Cards? At least our division sucks and we have a shot. Must suck to suck, Broncos Tar Nation.
Who is that again?
It's Cardinal Art.
At least our division sucks?
Yeah, so you're still in it.
I'm going to be honest. I don't always understand everything Cardinal Art says.
As opposed to the
the
Broncos who they look done.
They just won this past week.
They did, but the top of their division is the Chiefs.
Hey, Randy, I know you weren't too happy to talk about a dude from the 49ers, but Patrick Peterson has explained himself.
Oh, my God.
He's not mad at the Cardinals fans.
No.
He's not angry with he's mad at Keim.
Where have we heard this before?
No.
Go ahead.
He's just mad at Steve Keim. Pretty much
All
that's it. The organization. He said that somebody, and he thinks it was fueled by Steve Keim, it sounds like, that I guess at some point that somebody from the Arizona front office put letters in his locker after practice. And the letter was talking about how this person wouldn't be a fan anymore as long as he was on the team, saying, you tackle like a girl, all kinds of negative things. And it was on his chair after practice. And he's like, why is this, who would do this? And then later he was saying that Steve Keim was all kissing his ass and everything's good. And then later on, he's got ghosted by him and disrespected. The next thing you know, it's all over with. He's like just had to tell his agent, all right, let's move on. So they were like, oh, we want to keep you around. We want you to retire here. So he's basically saying whatever these issues are he has with the Cardinals, it's really Steve Keim.
Well, I can't exactly leap to the defense of Steve Keim. I don't know how true that is, though. But
he says no hard feelings for the Cardinals as a whole or the fans. He says, I'm just talking about the time I was in the building.
Look, man, if you're a man, like you say you're a man, pick the phone up, dial up his number, either leave a message if he's too cowardly to answer the phone.
He says he tried multiple times to text or call Keim only to get ghosted, met with silence.
Just leave a message and then make your decision based upon his reply. And if he doesn't reply to you,
that's what he did.
He's a coward. and then you just leave it there.
That's
Why do
what
you
he
got to
did.
play this out in the media? See, that to me is as small and insignificant as Steve Keim. All right, the Vikings beat us. You had no role in that other than locking down AJ Green, which was a huge threat against you guys.
I
But
could
listen,
I could lock down AJ Green.
I mean, I'm nearly in a walker, and I could lock down AJ Green. But the bottom line is, don't play this out in the media just to build yourself out. That's cowardly,
Here's the
like
thing, though,
Steve
Randy.
Keim would be.
He played it out on the field and then was asked about it because he was trying to make his points on the field. But I guess when you do that and you start to make little dances and stuff, people are going to ask you about it. So when they asked him about it, then these are the things he said. So I understand what you're saying, but
and how to me, I think sometimes, and I agree with you. I don't necessarily enjoy the idea of playing stuff out in the media like that. But I do think that when you're on Twitter and you're a football player, there are fans tweeting at you. There are fans in your DMs all the time. And to explain, like, no, it's not you guys. I don't hate you guys. I don't have a problem with you guys. But there's one guy in particular I do have a problem with. I was an 8-time Pro Bowler, and he treated me like garbage.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that, I guess.
Well, here's what I took away from this article that is even more interesting and should lead to the dismissal of Cliff Kingsbury. And you're like, wait, what? He didn't do anything to Patrick Peterson. No, he didn't. But listen to what he said. He said about the game. He said, I knew everything they were going to do from the first play. He says, I practiced against them guys for how many seasons? Like 2 years. I was with Cliff. He ran the exact same stuff I've seen in camp, seen in practice, same stuff I saw on tape. From the first play, I knew I was in my zone. They were doing the same stuff.
Isn't that exactly what we complained about? And by the way, in Cincinnati, Zach Taylor, same dude. Got a great offense.
Yeah.
Good. Fine. Good for you. You got to change the thing from year to year. You cannot run the same stuff.
Yeah, they've not figured that out. And to hear it, not just from a player, but from a former Cardinals player.
And he hasn't been a Cardinal for a while.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the latest on Patrick Peterson's feud with Steve Keim and, why it was so easy for him. Now, I'm going to also say, pump the brakes, Pat P. You did not know that interception was getting gifted to you. That thing just came at you. It was not looking for you. You were not looking for it.
Oh, well, it was looking for him. I mean, he just did.
I'm just saying, little Kyler Murray threw the ball. He didn't know where it was going.
No, nobody did, I guess.
So
it would have been absurd for him not to catch that. That's how perfectly it was thrown to him.
Oh, hey, you know what? I screwed up. When we come back, we have another sports figure in trouble. Maybe. But this one's funny. Come on back, kids. More NFL fun. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
After the Phillies dominated Game 3 of the World Series, pounding out a record-tying 5 homers in a 7-0 win over the Astros, the teams each had -110 on the money line coming into Game 4 tonight. 7.5 the total. Christian Javier starting for Houston. Aaron Nola for Philly, leading the series 2-1. The first college football playoff rankings released Tuesday. Tennessee #1, followed by Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, and Michigan. The Buckeyes, the latest favorite to win the college football playoff at +190. Georgia +200. 6th-ranked Alabama at +375. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. For vsin.com, I'm Trey Westerberg on Arizona's sports betting station.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialists are proud of our U.S. men and women in uniform. We thank you and your families for the sacrifice you've made to defend our freedom and freedom worldwide. We pray for your safety in war and your safe return. We honor those who have given their lives to fight terrorism. This from Greg Clark Automotive Specialists at the corner of 19th and Bethany Hone Road in Phoenix. Experience the Greg Clark difference. Call 602-246-2881. Saying God bless America and please fly your flag.
Are you currently in the market for a jumbo mortgage? If so, you need to check out the Life Changer loan. Our average jumbo client saves well over $500,000 in interest compared to their traditional mortgage alternative. On a Life Changer loan, you can do your banking inside your mortgage, which means you pay 100% principal first, and you can quickly pay down, pay off, and borrow back as you please. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MD1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we teach the tools, rules, and strategies that professionals use to outperform in the markets. Having those skills has never been more important than it is in our current economy. These are times that history teaches us that the masses are impoverished while the few making the right moves are gaining generational type wealth. At Online Trading Academy, we teach people just like you how to make the same moves at the same time as Wall Street elites. And right now, we have an end of summer special. Join us for an intensive 3-day market timing course covering the best of the trading and investing strategies of our time. Text us now and register for the course at 66% off the normal $299 price. Text $99 to 25029 and get this class for just $99. Again, that's $99 to 25029.
Fire up the band. It's time to play ball. We're serving up the best matchups on the college gridiron.
Touchdown! What a catch!
The power conferences, the biggest games, your favorite teams.
Under pressure, and he goes down.
Get all the action live on your home for football in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Haley Blader on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic on a Wednesday, middle of the week. As we head for 6 o'clock tonight, don't forget tomorrow night you could kick off week 9 with a no-sweat same-game parlay from FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or you already have an account, you'll get free bets back if your Thursday night same-game parlay does not hit. A parlay I'm kind of putting together now. Haven't got it in place yet. What about Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown? How about Miles Sanders running touchdown, rushing touchdown? How about A.J. Brown snapping up a touchdown for the Eagles? Whatever it is, you can build your own parlay, or you can select from a list of popular same-game parlays that have already been pre-built in FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook sportsbook app. Yeah, it's easy for me to say. Just sign up with my promo code Randy1580. If you don't already have an account, if you already got one, obviously look in, see what you got, come up with your same-game parlay, because you can make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older, present in Arizona, 3 legs minimum, $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable. Free bets that expire 7 days after your receipt. Max free bet $5. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Jeff, go.
Thank you, Randy. 888-368-1580. Mr. Pringle may have stumbled upon something, and I'm going to sort of elaborate on it, Pringle. The idea would be, like a trade. Not a trade, like a switch, like a switcheroo, okay? Thank God that people have to vote on these things. But what if Robert Sarver bought the Washington Commandos?
Why are you doing that to me,
and
man?
Dan Snyder bought the Phoenix Suns.
So nobody's happy?
That's terrible.
What are we doing? Don't do that. Don't wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you dare.
It'll never happen. But
I don't even care.
I'm a little gleeful about it, to be honest.
Don't you wish that on me ever.
Oh, man.
I've been looking forward to this man getting removed from this team for literally more than half of my life, 2/3 of my life. Please do not do this to me.
I'm gonna have a list of people.
Emotional damage.
Wow.
I'm gonna have a list of people tomorrow. Potential people that could buy the Washington
somehow
Commando.
I have a feeling that this list is going to be very troubling to me.
Well, I'm not going to be in person tomorrow, so I can't be held responsible.
Oh boy.
King Kitten says Gonzaga to the Big 12. Big Keon, that's just dumb.
Gonzaga basketball to the Big 12?
Is it? So here's the thing. Gonzaga wants more eyes on them. The Big 12 is a perfectly fine Power 5 conference right now. And the Big 12 needs as many big name, any sport as they can get with Texas and Oklahoma leaving to the SEC. It might be a wrong move for Gonzaga just because they get into the NCAA tournament every year by dominating the West Coast Conference because it's just them and then a bunch of soup cans. But, if you want more eyes on you, more eyes on Gonzaga basketball, more money in the coffers, it's probably not the worst idea.
Bala 51 says something that I don't think makes sense. He said, I'd rather have Snyder than Obama. I don't think Obama is looking to buy anything, but the fact you'd rather have Snyder than Barack Obama, that you need to take a look at yourself.
Seriously, just take a giant step back. This has got nothing to do with politics. If you would rather have the guy who has recorded cheerleaders changing, who has overseen a culture of harassment towards women, who hasn't even been good at being the owner of the team, you're insane.
You have to understand, half this country wouldn't mind grabbing them by the, I'm just saying. So who knows? Listen, I actually have another guy in trouble. And this time it's one Mr. Jerry Jones. He might be in trouble. He should not be in trouble, but he might be in trouble. No, it's not legal trouble, Randy. It's just trouble.
What?
And you don't even need the music for this. This is actually funny.
All right.
So Jerry Jones, he likes to party. He's famously known for somebody who is a party hardy. And, he likes to get dressed up for Halloween, it turns out. And I got to tell you, he had an amazing Halloween costume, especially for the owner of an NFL team. Right here, I submit the evidence. There's Jerry Jones. He's dressed up like a referee, but he also has dark glasses and a blind guy stick. You can't really see the blind guy stick, but I
knew immediately that's what he was going for when I saw the picture there. Yeah.
The only thing he's missing is a seeing eye dog. And he says, yeah, I had the cane. I had everything. And I used that cane on some people too. I don't want to know how, but anyway,
Jarrah.
So I guess he could be in trouble because a league memo from 2019 says comments regarding the quality of officiating, individual calls or missed calls, the league's officiating department, an officiating crew, or individual game official accusing game officials of acting with bias or any way questioning the integrity of NFL game officials or posting negative or derogatory demeaning content pertaining to officials in social media. He didn't post this. His niece did. But there he is. He's like, I don't even care. It was funny. Woo! I got the cane. I'm a blind guy. I'm a blind referee. Like most of them already are. Woo! I'm Jerry Jones. I don't think he should be in trouble. He didn't post that. He didn't flaunt it out there. It was a private party and somebody took a picture of him. But yeah, I got to have respect for him. He's not hiding from it. He's like, oh yeah, I had the cane and everything.
He's not hiding, nor is he apologizing. And honestly, I think that he thought the costume was so funny, and it is kind of funny. He'll eat the fine.
That's exactly
He's
right.
not even going to complain about it.
Yeah, there's no way that Jerry Jones is going to be hurt by this at all. He makes so much money.
That's $25,000 he ever spent, or whatever the fine is.
He'll shrug his shoulder and he's like, here you go, Roger. And next meeting, I'm going to vote you out then too. That's what I do. He's trying to get rid of Roger Goodell. I don't understand what is his problem with Roger Goodell. He keeps trying to start votes to get rid of Roger Goodell, and I'm not sure what the story is on that. Why is he so mad at Roger Goodell?
Is he trying to get rid of him, or is he just trying for the owners not to, just to give in and pay him whatever Roger Goodell wants?
Is that what it is?
But he does exactly what they want. And I don't think the owners have a problem paying Roger Goodell.
Yeah, but Jerry, for some reason, Jerry's got a problem with that.
I don't understand why. The owners look at Roger Goodell as just the faithful lapdog. He's worth exactly what it is that they're paying him. I don't know exactly what his problem is with Roger Goodell, because Roger Goodell does what he wants to, but okay. Now Roger Goodell
it seems to be every time this comes up about Roger Goodell's compensation package, Jerry Jones has a problem with it.
And I don't know why, because he is the lightning rod for all the crap that the owners do or need to deal with. And is he not enough of a lightning rod for Jerry Jones? I don't know. I don't know what the bad blood is about there. I'd love to know.
Who would do that better? Who would actually sit there and take the abuse that Roger Goodell takes when so much of it should be directed at these owners owning these teams?
I know a guy.
Yeah, he's so drunk he don't feel nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Bala 51 says, "Isn't Obama part of the group that wants to buy the Suns?" I had not.
I have not heard that either.
Yeah, and even then, saying you'd still want Snyder more than Obama. Take a look at the character of each one of these people, whether you agree with politics or not. Okay, Bala 51.
It would be like me saying I would rather have, like, you could go the other way and be like, I'd rather have Snyder than George W. Bush. Again,
I'd rather have Snyder than Ronald Reagan. I loved Ronald Reagan.
Well, he's dead.
Daniel Snyder. Oh boy.
You only think I'm dead. Nancy knows for sure.
Daniel Snyder, again, not even good at owning the team, in addition to being an awful, awful person.
Random Texture says the only thing that could top Dan Snyder buying the Phoenix Suns would be if after he bought the Suns, he brought in LeBron James. Yeah, that'd probably be the end of all of us. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, just let Radio Ron know I'm way up here at New River on top of the mountain and I can barely hear you. Well, maybe you should turn the car radio up louder from the bottom there, and you might actually hear it better. Big George says, can Barack Obama please buy the Suns? Please? I just don't understand. How is his name popping up in any of this? You know, I don't think that's happening, guys. Anyway, so that was I thought it was funny. Jerry Jones and his outfit. Another funny thing, Frank Reich coming out saying that Marcus Brady getting fired by the Colts wasn't scapegoating. Yes, it was. Dan Campbell is in trouble. You fire a coordinator. Frank Reich is in trouble. You fire a coordinator. That's what coaches in trouble do. They fire coordinators as if to say, it's not me, it's them. Oh, I'll take care of this. But here's the thing. Once you do that, now you are on the clock, meaning something good had better happen soon, or else now it's obvious it was the head coach all the time and not the coordinator you just fired for no apparent reason.
And it very, very rarely is just the coordinator.
Yeah.
The coordinator might be involved. It might be him too, but it rarely is just the coordinator.
According to the Phoenix Business Journal, and I quote,
yeah,
the former president's visit to the Valley Wednesday coincides with a report that he is part of an ownership group interested in buying the Phoenix Suns and Mercury. News has intrigued at least one member of the NBA organization.
Radio Ron has just texted in and confirmed that information. Charles Barkley also in the group having interest in buying the Suns. And he says, as far as that texture on top of the New River Mountain, tell him just sit on it. Sit on it, Ralph. Can you believe that in the last week we've had 2 sit on it, Ralph references on this show? And most people listening are like, I've never seen Happy Days. Yeah, I don't understand. Obama happens to be part of an ownership group, and people are like, oh, I don't care if Trump is a part of an ownership group. It's not like he's in charge of it. You know, I don't think it'll become a political organization. Everybody, Obama's got some money. Former presidents have money. George W. Bush has money. Clinton has money. And if they invest in something, it's all it is. It's an investment. What's the big deal? You know, it's just as long as whoever is in charge isn't like Sarver or isn't like Snyder. I mean, there's nothing political about what I'm saying. But of course, everyone on the left is going to call me a neocon fascist, and everybody on the right is going to call me a bedwetting liberal, because that's just the way people are, and nobody can think for themselves.
Just nuance, like once. I'm begging everyone, just like one time nuance.
Well, I wanted to talk about the trade deadline aftermath. Can we do that? Do we have time for that, or is this going to turn ugly? We
got a couple minutes.
All right. So once again, here's Aaron Rodgers. Remember, Aaron Rodgers is like, yep, we're going to be in it. We're going to be in the mix. Yep, I expect the Packers to be in the mix. Basically, get me some receivers. Oh, boy, I can't wait for the trade deadline. And nothing. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. But it turned out that they did at least try. They did try to get Chase Claypool, it turns out. The Packers offered the Steelers a second-round pick for Chase Claypool, but that was not what it took, and so they did not get him.
And was that the only receiver they went after?
I mean, kind of feels like it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it when you offer a second, but if they say no, you turn back to your roster, you look at the depth chart, and then you'd go back to the Steelers and say, would you like a first? Because you need somebody with hands. And I think that Chase Claypool is a tremendously talented human being who might just be one of the worst route runners in the league. But you'll take the talent at least to give yourself a shot.
Yeah, they needed to do something, and they did nothing. They a half-assed attempt at getting Chase Claypool, and then after that,
I honestly think that just quietly flying under the radar, no one talks about him in these words. Brian Gutekunst might be one of the worst GMs in the league.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers alluded to that a few years ago.
Yeah, and people thought Aaron Rodgers was being Aaron Rodgers about it, which
He's
to be
always
fair,
being Aaron Rodgers.
He has a reputation of being very smug and arrogant and hard to listen to. But he might also have a point.
Yeah, but guys, come on now. Aaron Rodgers and some of his antics have cost him Davante Adams.
Well, Davante just was like, if you're going to retire, dude, then I got to get out of here.
If Aaron Rodgers would have been steadfast and a good leader and communicated with Davante Adams, I think Davante Adams would have stayed in Green Bay.
Good point.
I don't think so, because they're close. They're friends. They're best buds. If Davante thought Aaron was going to stay long term, he would have stayed. But I think Aaron Rodgers came out and said he's not Tom Brady. He's not going to play till he's 45. He said that. So Davante's like, look, I just don't want to be stuck here when you're gone.
Thanks for underscoring my point.
But I don't think that makes Aaron a bad leader. I don't think that they could have kept Davante Adams. However, the general manager of the team drafted a quarterback when his team needed a receiver,
and when the quarterback was actually still good.
Yeah, and guess what? Now you got two quarterbacks. One is a bum. The other one's got no receivers.
I agree with you on Gutekunst being a loser. But Aaron Rodgers has brought on some of this issue himself with his antics.
I just don't think the Davante Adams thing was ever he was never gonna stay, because I don't think Aaron is going to play forever. And
if Aaron Rodgers would have said, I'm going to sign another contract if they meet my demands, and if they meet my number, I'm going to stay here, Davante Adams would have stayed here.
Well, I don't think so, because Davante wanted a longer contract than that.
Well, the good news is Chase Claypool is now in a place where he can grow with Justin Fields. They got him so that Justin Fields could have somebody better to throw to, just sort of add to things. And I honestly think that they're going to help each other out. I'm not saying Chase Claypool is going to be a number one amazing receiver, but he's going to be better than he has been. And he'll have that chance to get better with reps with Justin Fields.
And it depends on what that coaching staff does too, because if you can get Chase Claypool to stop doing some of the lazy stuff he does when he runs routes, for instance, Kenny Pickett threw him a pass that honestly should have been a first down, but because he didn't flatten out on the route, instead kept going vertical, it allowed the defender to get between him and Kenny Pickett, incomplete pass instead of a first down. That kind of stuff, if you can work that out with him, he has number one potential. Just can he do it?
Yeah, we shall see. Kyle G says, guys, Packer fan here. We're doing a 3-year tanking process to get a new quarterback. That's why no receivers. Yeah, our GM sucks.
You already have a new quarterback.
And he's not going to pan out.
You keep your hands off. You keep your hands off Archie Manning. You keep your hands off.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And for clarity, Bala51 says, I never said anything about politics. I just said I would rather have a person who has actually run a sports franchise over someone who hasn't.
He's running it into the ground, Bala51. He's running it into the damn ground.
Calm down.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Let me address his point more than the Dan Snyder thing. Obama is just part of a group. He's not going to be active in the everyday operations. There would be a majority owner or somebody else in the group who does have experience. Or else that group will never get to be able to purchase. So,
but he said he was talking about Obama rather than Snyder. And I'm saying you would rather have a guy who has experience running a team into a ground. Ball of 51, I don't know how much experience you have, but if you had the money, I would rather you own the team than Dan Snyder. You have no experience. You run an organization into the ground for 25 years? The stadium is half empty. Well, they keep taking away seats. There's sewage water falling on people. What the hell is wrong with that, people, man? Like, what is going on here?
The Daily Blender has been trying to run this radio station into the ground for like 7 years, but we're not doing great at that.
It hasn't worked yet.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back with On This Date and Big George's sports history and more of the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Just mix a packet of Eucora with water and drink it when you need support, like right after intimacy. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then of course you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
This is Senator Mark Kelly. Serving as a combat pilot in the Navy taught me a lot about teamwork. You can't land a jet on an aircraft carrier without a team. It takes everyone focused on the mission. That's how I'm approaching my work in the Senate, too. I focus on the priorities and tune out the noise. So if it's good for Arizona, I'll work with anyone from any party to get it done. That's how we expanded healthcare benefits for veterans. It's how we secured more funding for border security. And it's how we passed a law to create thousands of new, high-paying manufacturing jobs here in Arizona. No red priorities or blue priorities. These are Arizona priorities. My mission in the Senate has been the same since day one: work as a team to get things done for Arizonans. There's still more work to do, but I'm proud to say that we're on our way together. I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we teach the tools, rules, and strategies that professionals use to outperform in the markets. Having those skills has never been more important than it is in our current economy. These are times that history teaches us that the masses are impoverished while the few making the right moves are gaining generational type wealth. At Online Trading Academy, we teach people just like you how to make the same moves at the same time as Wall Street elites. And right now, we have an end of summer special. Join us for an intensive 3-day market timing course covering the best of the trading and investing strategies of our time. Text us now and register for the course at 66% off the normal $299 price. Text $99 to 25029 and get this class for just $99. Again, that's $99 to 25029.
Before becoming a professional announcer, I took the announcer oath, which forbids me from misleading listeners.
Just wrap your heads around the reality of that.
That means I speak the truth when I say you can listen to us on your smart speaker. Just say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, wrapping up this Dia de los Muertos here on the big show. I keep telling you, Randy, it's a good thing. It's a joyous thing. This is not a sad or a bad kind of thing. But all right. 888-368-1580. Twitty, it says, so wait, Jeffrey, you guys been trying to run this station into the ground for 7 years? You guys suck at sucking. I know, we know. We keep trying harder, but, you know, what are you going to do? What were we talking about anyway?
We were talking about whether Dan Snyder could run the Commandos Dan Snyder could run the Suns. Yeah. And what's his name? Sarver could run the Commandos.
I just think it's funny. The idea that they would just, you know, like, that's like a 90s sitcom, like a switch. Like, Oh, Dan, that sort of thing. But here's the guys who have to vote on that will never make it happen. NFL is going to say no to Sarver. NBA is going to say no to Snyder.
Yeah.
But it would be a great sitcom, I think. Maybe.
Or a horror movie. One of those.
888-368-1580. Let's get this done and out of the way so we don't have to worry about it. Maybe we can spin the wheel of sports later. It's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 2004, groundskeeper found a grenade on Wrigley Field turf. Bomb and arson investigators came and evaluated the right field discovery. The rusty, hollowed-out shell turned out to be a harmless little thing, but its origins remain a mystery to this very day. Said Pat Camden, a Chicago police spokesman, it's a dud, just like the Cubs were.
Damn.
That's almost as cold-blooded as the firefighter that caught the baby and then turned and called out Nelson Aguilar.
I caught it, unlike Aguilar. I mean, that's a straight fire for Chicago. It must be a White Sox fan.
Straight fire.
Or even a Cubs fan.
Yeah, just a disappointed Cubs fan. Yeah,
it doesn't even make a difference, but that's good. Thanks, George. 888-368-1580. Hefty Lefty says, of course, Dios de los Muertos. Pixar made a movie about it. I know, Coco. It's a happy thing. Randy, you wouldn't be playing that if you'd seen that thing. So, you should watch it. Oh, good Lord. You know what we need to do? We got these ASU tickets to give away. The UCLA versus ASU. And I forgot to talk about it too much. So I talked about it some every hour, but I feel like I should have talked about it more. So we're just going to make it easy. Caller number 3 right now, 888-368-1580. That is 888-368-1580. Call that up, be caller 3, and you've won the tickets and the parking pass for the UCLA ASU game on Saturday at 7:30.
It's I believe it's a 7:00 game or 7:30 game.
Yeah, so just be ready for that. And I don't know, the weather you're going to be nice out there. You might even
weather's going to be beautiful out there.
Wear a light windbreaker or a sweater for the ladies,
or not.
Or just go naked. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just go show up nude.
Yeah, completely naked. Do not show up completely naked. Please do not ever show up completely naked. It's uncomfortable for everybody.
Damn, Jeffrey.
And you'll be
killing
arrested.
me.
Well, no, you'll be arrested.
You're killing me.
Well, I don't want these tickets to go to waste. I mean, I'm all for somebody getting arrested, but I don't want the tickets to go to waste. So if you're going to be naked, wait till after the game.
Saturday is going to be 70, sunshine during the day, and 47 for the overnight low.
See what I'm saying? But by about game time, it'll probably be in the mid to high 60s. It's going to be sweet.
It's going to be beautiful.
Finally, really football weather, right? This is football weather.
Yeah, for Arizona, I guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is as fall as we get, so I'm excited about that.
It's fall in Arizona because the temperature's all over the damn place.
Yeah, it's still bouncing up and down. It's going to get up to 80. It's going to drop down to 60.
Exactly.
It's all over the place. But at least it's now below 90, below 100. That I'm happy about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Big George wants to know if we can do caller 1580. That would keep Keon busy. And the next time Keon gets some flash anger, we might do that. Where all he does is answer the phone, so he's not screaming at us on the microphone.
That'll keep his mind off of
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says it's homecoming for the Lumberjacks this weekend. Too bad they scheduled Montana State, and they're probably going to get killed. Most people won't be sober enough to notice, though. It's good old Tequila Sunrise in Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, happy homecoming there.
I used to go to those games when I lived up in Flagstaff working on the big KFLG.
Kent Darnavanos from the Lumberjack Radio Network.
I would go to the dome there in Flagstaff.
Good Cat says, I want to be entered in the Sun Devil ticket contest. We're not doing text. We took phone calls.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we have a winner now, right?
We do have a winner, and it's Mark.
Mark
hasn't texted into the show or
the hell, Mark.
But he listens, and
Hey, you know what this is? Mark. It's a dog with a hair lip. All right. Wow. Mark.
And it was good to have you, Mark,
for the time that we did have you.
Until Jeffrey offended you.
I want to know if you ever heard that. I may have just made it up. I'm not sure, but
I've never heard that.
So Mark, thank you for listening. As Randy said, for the time that you did. Did he say how long he's been listening, or if he enjoyed the show even?
Jeffrey, does it even matter anymore?
He did not say.
Mark.
You know, he was very businesslike. He just gave me the info.
Give me the damn tickets. This is my name.
And yeah.
Give me the damn tickets.
I respect that. All right. So King Kitten says, I looked it up. Sports teams have traded owners before. 1972. Rosenblum traded the Colts franchise to Robert Irsay on July 13th, 1972, and received the Los Angeles Rams in return. Under new ownership, the Colts did not reach the postseason for 3 consecutive seasons after 71. And after the 72 season, starting quarterback and legend Johnny Unitas was traded to the San Diego Chargers. Well, that was probably all approved by the NFL. But see, it could happen if Snyder and Sarver weren't insufferable douche
I don't know why
nozzles.
you want to beat up on old Keon. What is he doing?
All I say is it could happen. I think it'd be
why
funny
would
if
you
it did.
even?
It's not gonna
Why
happen.
would you even bring this up into the process?
It would not
of thinking?
be funny, and it in fact, if even if it happens in the very small chance, I will blame you forever.
That's fine. I want to be the face in your dreams when you have nightmares and you're like, oh, no, God, Sarver, like that.
Nah, it's not going to be that, man. I'm just going to quit. I'm going to change teams.
I thought you meant like we'll show up and like, where's Keon? He's not.
No.
He's not here today.
I do enjoy working here. I'm going to quit being a Washington fan. If you go from Snyder to Sarver, I'm done.
Well, I'm just saying, if you blame me forever,
I will blame you forever. That is a fact. I will do that, but I will also be done with that team.
I just don't want to hear about it. That's all.
You might hear about it.
So, what do you say we spin the wheel of sports and see about what we talk next? This is just something I thought was interesting. This is not a story. This is actually a little factoid about football itself. Did you know that when football first started, there was a 15-yard penalty if a player dropped the pass? So if it was an incomplete pass, 15-yard penalty. And the other team got the ball if a pass hit the ground without being touched.
What?
So if the quarterback threw the ball and didn't come anywhere near the receiver, they got the ball back.
That is an
just
unrecognizable
right away.
game.
First down, Kyler Murray throws it. Nobody's around, and all of a sudden the 49ers get the ball back.
Like if you're going to pass, you'd better be right. And we whine about little rule changes today. Can you imagine that? 15-yard penalty. Why? The dude dropped the pass.
That's a good point.
Can you imagine 4-minute-long instant replays to figure out if the ball touched a person?
Well, don't be so cheeky. Don't be trying to throw the damn ball. What's wrong with you? Run it like everybody else, you freaks.
That's a good point.
I just thought that was amazing there.
That is incredible.
Some NFL rule changes, good ideas. Spin the wheel, Randy. So over the weekend, Patrick Mahomes got inducted into the Texas Tech Hall of Fame. And it's kind of weird to be 27 years old and get into the Texas Tech Hall of Fame there. But
I'd have to ask why.
Because he was a great football player, and he's now
played for Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury was not inducted into the Texas Tech Hall of Fame.
And yet Patrick Mahomes was.
Yeah, and do you know why? Because he scored them 50 points a game, and they still lost some of them because their defense was so bad.
Well, they did, though, have Cliff Kingsbury on a video where he said things about things. But I don't know what's
I wish
worse.
you run my team.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse.
I wish you would fix all of my mistakes like you did back in college.
There's some way we could trade Kyler to the Chiefs for you.
It was a very desperate video, but what's worse, that you have Cliff Kingsbury on the video or Brittany standing right next to you? Yeah.
Well, he chose Brittany, so
I'm
Cliff,
sure,
did he?
I'm sure he regrets both.
Did he though?
Yes. At any point in this process, he could have said no.
You can choose your friends, but
he
you
can
can't
still
choose
say
your
no
family.
now.
Well,
you
That's
choose
his
do
wife.
choose your
You
wife.
choose your wife, Randy.
You do choose your wife. That's how that.
We don't know his family
I
situation.
don't think they do arranged marriages there.
Yeah, no, because
Are
he's
you
American.
Sure?
Yeah,
Are you sure? Sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. But yeah, go back and watch that Texas Tech Oklahoma game when Baker Mayfield was there. I think each team scored 60. It was an insane game, and Cliff Kingsbury had nothing to do with any of it. It was just Patrick Mahomes making incredible play after incredible play.
And
that's
yet-
why he's in the Texas Tech Hall of Fame.
And yet we got Kyler Murray.
Well,
Well, remember when Coach Kingsbury was hired, he's like, oh, before he was hired, if I had the first pick, I would take Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I think that's why he got hired.
I'm just saying.
It's Kingsbury's fault, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Everything is Kingsbury's fault. Sarver acting up, Kingsbury's fault.
I agree.
The Coyotes being in a 5,000 person arena, Kingsbury's fault. The Diamondbacks not sniffing the playoffs, Kingsbury's fault. And the Arizona Cardinals, 100% Kingsbury's fault. See you guys tomorrow. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
At the United States Postal Service, we're here to deliver fast and reliable service to help you get holiday ready. We offer free package pickup and deliver free shipping